The entire team at Emsolation want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people. We want to recognise that we are recording and telling our stories on the stolen land of our country's first storytellers. We wish to pay our respects to all Wurundjeri elders and ancestors, and to extend that respect to any First Nations peoples who listen to Emsolation. We recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples' continued connection to the land and waters of this country, and acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
Russiano.
My precious. It's a Lord of the Rings reference.
And Michael Lucas.
And they're constructive, not just like this bitch crack. It's not that.
This is Emsolation.
I was already quite mad and I walked out of the shop.
It's not like you.
I know, right?
You're in Emsolation.
Well, hello there. I come to you a broken woman. Ben and Zeke are in the studio with me. And I know this is the top of the show and I should be coming in with just bells and whistles, but my God, we started editing at 9 a.m. 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. Yeah.
And it is now
6:44 p.m.
And we're still not done. Welcome to Emsolation's 200th episode, where you are about to experience 200 minutes, and I want to say it's all tip-top quality. But there is a very obvious dissension into fucking chaos. Started strong. I think you'll agree, gents. Wait, let me do the thing. Welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Russiano.
Yes.
I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent and a feminist.
This is good. This is good.
Flaco Flucus. Oh, no, it's not 200th. I'll get it right. Say it with me, everybody. Not you.
Hi.
Can you do it? Can you do it?
I reckon I could do it.
Okay,
Do it.
go.
Go, Zeke.
Go, Zeke.
I thought we were going to do it together.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Well,
Hi
hello there, and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Russiano. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain, and a podcaster. And together with my best friend since I was 11, Mr. Michael Lucas, I bring you this podcast. Here we are. What a ride. It's a big deal. The boys are here because they're worried. They don't know what's going to happen. Catweazle.
We're your emotional support pets.
You're not pets. Catweazle got brought up quite a bit.
Oh, God, I love Catweazle.
Zeke, what year were you born?
1993.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
Were you across Catweazle before us?
No.
Absolutely not.
No. Okay. Well, there's tonight's nightmare taken care of. But you talk about Catweazle. We talk about, God, what else goes on? Live play recordings, Christmas recreations.
Dilemma Doctors.
We do a Dilemma Doctors. We've got a Q&A coming up with some of your magnificent questions. We are 30 minutes short as we sit here chatting with you. We've been going 2 minutes and 39.
You sat down with Scott?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
And that's actually what we're going to put first. We put a lot of thought into the order in which we should present this to you, and what you're getting is the order in which the quality...
Yeah.
The first chat was with my husband. Scott and I sat down, because for those of you who didn't listen kind of before we became a Spotify exclusive, in the early days, Scott was allowed to talk on the podcast because the podcast started in my roof 200 episodes ago, and I needed to fill segments, much like what is happening now. And I looked around my house. Elio I didn't have the power of speech just yet,
Yep.
so he was out. My Chella, too much attitude, couldn't handle it. Odette refusing to speak at all. So really, Scott was there because I can't figure out how to make Lola, my dog, talk. Otherwise, it would have been the Lola and M show. And slowly, Scott's segments started getting shorter, and then he entirely disappeared.
The Bermuda Triangle of boyfriends.
We've never spoken about why until yesterday.
Yeah.
He just got banished. We've got a really healthy marriage.
You're not meant to laugh after that.
No, so Scotty and I sat down and he asked me 3 questions. I answered them very honestly. It gets a bit awkward, but that's okay. This is the stuff of life. Then we're going to go into Dilemma Doctors. We've got the actual podcast, Don't Worry. We've got the Q&A. We've got a Christmas pageant. We've got a Madonna recreation. We've got a singing.
A secret suit shopping that you weren't a part of.
4 minutes 27.
Oh, that's not much time. There was an interesting conversation between you and Scott in the kitchen after the recording that I wish had been in the podcast as well.
Yeah, nah. I just tried to explain why I'm better than him, basically.
Yeah.
Zeke, thoughts and feelings around working on the podcast as I sit opposite you? You'd never done a podcast till now? First podcast experience? Editing? Had you edited before us?
No, editing. No, absolutely not. First
And-
podcast editing experience.
And it's not like I make you edit it like it's a full-length feature for Disney.
Correct.
Yeah. Most podcasts don't, do they?
Yeah, it's normally top and tail and...
So I did say to Zeke after we'd sat for 4 hours editing 45 minutes, I did break to him, not all. And then he started working on this F1 podcast.
Oh, my God, which is so easy.
Yeah, and he was like, honestly, he looked at me like a kid, like looking at me like, what have you been doing to me?
But the way we do it is so radio.
Yeah, we're radio nerds, you and I.
We love the sound effects and bits and pieces.
But slowly but surely, Zeke's on board now, and
Yeah.
he's the magnificent
Yeah,
one.
you make some great suggestions. I love when
thank
Zeke
you.
comes in and goes, we're putting that there.
Thanks, Ben. I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah, he's a man of few words.
Gets no positive feedback.
Oh, he gets plenty of, like, when I
Yeah.
voice memo him at, like, 11:30 at night asking him to take something out because I feel guilty about it.
Yeah,
You're
you
my
say
favourites.
thank you.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. All right, that is 6 minutes. So strong start. We're off to a flyer. No, seriously, welcome to the 200th ep, and I hope you enjoy it. You'll probably have to listen to it over a few days, or some of the hardcore insulators. I know you'll sit through it entirely.
You know what we haven't done?
What?
Is we need to play that little grab of where it starts to...
Oh. Okay, so I want you to know we started off with the best of intentions and then Marcella arrived halfway through and this is where we ended up. Insert grab. This is my podcast, dickhead. If I can't contribute to the conversation, what's the point? So, yeah, I got pretty aggressive towards the end. I think if you have a dickhead count, I called my child a dickhead at least 6 times,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
May have taken some out.
No. Oh, we did. All right, everybody, enjoy what you're about to hear. We put in the hard yards. We're still not finished. But worth it. Here we go for the 200th time. Although I didn't start saying this until halfway through. Do you want to say it with me? 1, 2, 3. Play the music.
M. Luciano and Michael Lucas. This is Emsolation.
Scotty Barrow is joining us. Me. You all requested for our 200th my husband make an appearance. They wanted you back.
Did they?
Yeah.
Really?
Do you know you've got to, when I speak to you, you have to respond?
I didn't know this was in.
We're always straight in. I just did a preamble. Oh, my God, here we go. People were asking for you, and I said, look, depending on how we are towards each other on the day, because it really does go up and down, like all couples, I think it's important to acknowledge. But today's fine, we're fine. So we've barely seen each other, though. So you were a part of the first incarnation of Emsolation?
Yeah, I carried it off the ground, didn't I?
Wow. Do you really believe that?
See how serious you got so quickly?
Yeah, because, I mean, you're really touching some hot buttons there. Do you know why your segment stopped?
No.
Do you want to know why? Yep.
Yep.
Well, no, why do you think it stopped?
No, I'm not doing that. You
No,
tell
I'm
me.
interested to know.
No, I think there was tension and it was just too hard to go from tension to something productive on air.
Wow, that was super honest. I was going to say because Elio needed looking after.
Oh, is that why?
Good on you. Look at you being
So you're
vulnerable.
going to lie to your own listeners?
No, that was partly true. Because that was like, we were all in
We
lockdown.
never discussed it. We
No.
never discussed it. So it's not like it's not, I'm trying to say, yeah, there's all sorts of reasons which we haven't discussed.
And there was tension because we were in massive lockdowns together. There was no escaping each other, zero. And 5 of us were in that place. And I thought I'd start a podcast. It's pretty typical me, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So you're here working out of the office at the moment.
So why did we stop doing it from your point of view?
We stopped doing it because you were taking it really seriously and were trying to be super profesh, and that was annoying. You wanted to prepare, which was also annoying. And Elio was causing problems in terms of,
Yeah, needing to be attended.
how dare he? I think he was 1.5 at the
How
time.
dare he.
So it was a multitude of things. You didn't make it easy for me because you were trying to be professional. And I needed it. I needed it to be easy at that point because I was juggling so much and my brain was so
What's
full.
that doctor on Oprah's show, that doctor guy?
Which one?
It doesn't matter.
Phil? Oz?
No, the medical doctor guy.
Dr. Oz?
Yeah, that guy. You needed a vibe like that, did you?
You know he just has been disgraced and denounced because he was one of Trump's candidates in the most recent midterms.
I did not know
Yeah,
that
he's
at
not
all.
great. Oprah had to distance herself from him publicly. He's super dodgy. But we digress. Wait. So I said to Scott, what do you want to do? And he said, I want to ask you 3 questions.
Well, that was one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was one question. I did take it. So you've
What
got
happened?
you've got 2 questions left.
Yeah, sure.
Is there anything you want to say, first of all, congratulatory around this huge milestone? Is there anything you want to say to me right now? I don't know, thank you for holding us and the family up during a time of great I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, but keep doing it.
Go, is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Done a great job.
Yeah, and the podcast. Yeah, well done.
Podcast is awesome.
Thank you.
And, it's awesome.
Thanks, mate. Okay. And
So-
well done on 200 episodes.
And well done on 200 episodes. Do you think it'll go for 2,000?
I hope so.
20,000?
It's my favourite thing I make, just about.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your second
So
question?
out of that,
Yeah.
the amazing part of you,
Yeah.
why are you so amazing?
People are going to think I made you ask that.
No, they didn't. I didn't. You didn't.
Why am I so awesome?
Yeah, I'm not. This is not a stupid question, but what do you go to? How do you get the amazing stuff out of you into the world for yourself and for others? How do you do that?
Well, I really probably couldn't have answered that until I spoke to Ruben Kay last week.
Really?
Yeah. He really articulated it. He said, you make your art and your craft and your stuff for the audience, for your community, not for the industry. Mm-hmm. And that's where the magic lies. Because a lot of performers are kind of obsessed with how they're perceived by the higher ups, by people who can give them TV shows, by people, they schmooze, they want to be in the know, they want to be friends with everyone. I've always listened to and focused on the people that show up to my shows, that listen to my podcast. And I think whenever I make something, it's like you've always said, and I've always said, from love, not for love. Mm-hmm. So a lot of performers make things for love from the industry and for love from other people. But the things that I create come from a place of love. And when you do that, I think you let go of wanting to feel validated and recognised because you kind of know that the good stuff is there. So when I'm making something, it has to make me feel a certain type of way. I have to feel within myself fulfilled.
Because, you're talking about for those people. But I was wondering if it was actually initially it's got to set you alight.
Correct.
And then you match it. You match, all right, as you're forming it, you're matching it with the people in mind.
Yeah. And I am my audience. Essentially I started making things because there was a gap within me. And also I make things for 10-year-old M, and I make things for 20-year-old M, and I make things for 30-year-old M. And I'm just a human person, and we're all human people, and we're all connected, and we've all got experiences that aren't exactly the same but have the same themes. And if you don't stray too far from that, I think you're going to be okay. But I really love it. I really love making things that I know are going to connect people and shine light in dark spots for people. And basically all the things I look for in a great experience, I make. And I genuinely live, I love it. I do. I really love what I do. So there's your answer. Okay, what's your last question?
Well, I would like to go into that further, like the creative process.
Go. Okay, that's fine. No, we've got to fill 3 hours. This is
Oh.
a 200-minute podcast. You go, my friend. Go.
Oh, I thought I was
dig.
worried about it. Well, can this be part B?
Yes.
Not the last question.
2B.
Yeah, 2B.
Yeah.
I said to you a while ago, what's your creative process or something like that, and you go, I don't have a creative process. We've probably had that conversation 3 times over 10 years or whatever. I don't have a creative. I disagree. I think you do have a creative process, but it happens fast because you are fast, but also it's very subconscious or automatic. So the experts in any expert performers don't know how they do things because they don't analyse it, and that's why they're good at it, right? But tell me, how you create. How do you go from nothing to an idea to producing it and offering it?
So it's like paddling into a wave, to use something that you're familiar with. Use a sport analogy. So I'm on the board and I look over my shoulder and I see on the horizon a line. And the line represents an idea, something that I've been bubbling away on, something that, you know, like say with Rage and Rainbows, the idea around female rage and the way society wants women to be and how uncomfortable they are if we say we're uncomfortable. Those kind of things were bubbling away in me. And when that stuff kind of clocks into my system, it gets sticky. And then I start collecting it. And any time that theme comes up, I become sensitive to it. It sticks in there. So then I get enough of that for a wave to form. And then I start paddling. And within me, I feel this surge of, and now I know it's dopamine. And I have to, it's like electricity fills me. And it's like falling in love. And I have to get on top of the board as the wave's coming in underneath me, and I've got to ride it out.
Why is it surging in the electricity?
It just surges.
What's happening at that point? Why is that
Everything
surging
I've
happening?
collected like a little magpie. It's voice memos, it's highlighting things in books, it's TV shows, it's links, everything. I start making a mental creative scrapbook, also in my phone, a physical scrapbook. And then when the time is right, it'll be something like I'll think of a title, or I'll see, or a song will come into my mind and I'll write the song, or we'll do the photo shoot for the poster if that's what it takes.
Yeah.
And then
The other things backfill it, don't they?
And then I'm riding the wave, and the show title comes, the costume idea comes, the concept comes, the song comes, and it all happens in a great frenzied state. And I've been lucky enough to put people around me that can facilitate. Like I've got Zeke who can make the music for me, and I've got Jolly who makes my costumes, and I've got Janelle who helps me craft the jokes, and I've got Jamila.
Are you also working, I know you're riding the wave, but are you also working to some sort of end vision, like some sort of idea you can see it all, like how it all comes together?
I can see it in a weird, like, telepathic vision, but I don't like to pin it in.
Constrain it, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't like to lose the magic out of it. So I just go and go and go and go, and until it's just really instinctual. That's why when you try and pin me watching creative process, I don't want to analyse it too much because it works.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, I've struggled to access that because of the trauma of the last 2 years. And I've started being creative again in the last probably month, which leads me to believe that I'm coming out the other side. Like I haven't been able to write or really make anything since 2019. And I now know that's because I was so bogged down in the trauma of the pandemic and breakfast radio and losing the baby and having Elio and the ADHD and the autism that I was unable, I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe enough to leave my life to go off into creative M land because I would constantly be worried and checking back in that everything over in my life, which has been so fragile and scary, is okay. So I feel like now I'm able to slide out and away, which is why this space is so important to me that you're sitting in.
Creativity does require an immersion, doesn't it? You need to be able to fully let go and go in there to be able to create.
And all the trauma that I've had over the last 3 years has anchored me away from the creative space.
Just to go back a little bit, what about, you're catching the wave, you're riding the wave, but also what about when you're starting to ride the wave or it's starting to build and the wave feels shitty or your surfing feels shitty? Because you often get that place where you go, oh, this is all shit. It's not going anywhere. I'm hopeless. This project's not maintaining its momentum. You know those situations.
Yeah, I know. That only happens when I'm in the writing process, not the other. That only happens when I'm going back through draft one. So I can punch out draft one of the script and then I'll go back through but I know that I have, like Janelle and Jamila, both people I always go to for structure. Those two are really great at taking all the things that have come out of me and applying the framework for it to make sense and there be a pull through and an arc and a reason.
Yeah.
So I've been smart enough. I think when you create, it's really important to have a real team around you. I think I'd be in danger if I was only creating on my own, but I'm not in an echo chamber. I can then go out into the world and say, this is first draft, please help me. So I never allow myself to get to this is shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear in that a distinction between pure creativity, which is just the impulse, the wave, and then almost like drafting, refining, adding, building,
which I love.
Scaffolding.
I love the edit.
Well.
Yeah,
the edit, essentially. And it's still creating, you're still building and creating.
The funnest part of this podcast.
But it's not the purest impulse. Yeah.
We sit in here and record crazy, and then Zeke, Ben and I carve it. We literally carve a show. And then the three of us are like three nuts sitting around debating whether which fart sound is most lifelike. And can we put some waves in here? And can you give me something that sounds like Lord of the Rings but won't get us into trouble with copyright because this guy is going in. So that kind of thing is still an art form, and I love the edit. I love having the freedom to just dump it out, and then I love the refining of the dump.
And the other thing I hear there is the initial pure creativity is you alone, but the editing and the building and the scaffolding is team.
Absolutely. And here I am saying I'm terrible in a team. I'm not.
Just got to have the right team for the right thing, the right circumstances.
And my team are all, I don't know, how would you describe, all the people that are around me are all a specific.
Gentle experts
who are not afraid to stand up to me. Like they all tell me what they honestly think.
So there's trust.
There's total trust. Because in the past, I've always been told, oh, she's too intimidating, no one will talk to her, da-da-da. No one's actually ever given me a chance. Whereas Ben, Zeke, Jamila, Janelle, Gemma, Georgia, it's a lot of just realised.
Always have been.
James.
And Michael. There's a lot of Michaels and Marks and those sorts of things.
Yeah, I think Marcella.
There's only one Michael, of course, but you know.
All the people around me, you are all gentle experts in your own way. I feel safe. I feel safe knowing that any feedback I get from you is only because you want something to be the best it can be. What was your last question?
So you meet someone down the street or it's a good friend and they go, what? Why? Scott, what is amazing about that bloke? And you'll go, he's not amazing.
His bum. His ass is amazing. My God, what a bum. There should be a national holiday for your bum. What did I say to you last night? What did I say to you? What did I say about your shorts?
You did too. It's not a lie. You said, you look good in those shorts. You should wear them more often.
And how many times a year do I say to you, very handsome?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, okay. So that's what you're giving the press?
You're really hot.
That's what you're giving the press?
Super
that's
hot.
It?
No. The other thing that's great about you is...
Not great. Amazing.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about uniqueness coming out here and people shining. So what do you see apart from my bum and my I don't know, something else?
Your legs. Great. And your jaw could cut glass on that thing. My God. Your hands. I'm just looking at them now. Your big meaty thumbs, baseballers' hands. No, the thing about you, and I've always said it, is you're the safe space. You, for me, are very good at taking in all the things, whatever I bring to you, and presenting them to me in a way that makes it less scary and less stingy. You're really good at...
Are you talking about like helping you understand stuff?
No, I just think in general in life, not much phases you. Like, you're stoic as fuck. That should be the name of your book. Scott Barrow, stoic as fuck.
What would I be wearing? Like gold hot pants or something?
No, do you know what the word stoic means?
Yes.
You'd literally be there with like Ron Burgundy,
wearing
like a pipe
fur
and
coat or something.
No, I think you've got a quiet stillness. You're the most confident person I know, quietly confident. that's something that not many people are, especially straight white guys. There's so many things. I don't know. I've known you for so long. The most awesome thing about Scott. You know what I was going to say next.
Fucking hell.
I don't know. I don't know how to distill. I don't want to. I want to say the right thing.
So you're not, this is interesting because most of the time when I listen to you and you talk about something or somebody, they're very sort of more obvious labels.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard for
whereas
you.
you don't. Yeah, you're going. What I'm hearing.
You're more a
you're
feeling
talking about
for me.
Yes.
You're more.
I know, but someone like if I asked you to describe someone else, you go, they can do this and they've got this skill and they were rewarded for that and they do this and I always bring a good present. Well, you know what I mean, like specific, tangible, sort of surface, sort of not surface. I don't mean that to be derogatory, but that's how you would typically describe it. Whereas right now,
I feel like
it's very inner, like an inner experience.
No, it is inner, and I almost feel like you're an extension of me in some ways, like we're the same person, just different ends.
Are you an extension of me?
No.
Is that a concern?
Well, you're a lone wolf. You are. You're a lone wolf.
I'm not a lone wolf.
You go away for days on end and forget to phone.
That's not true.
No, but it is. It's
not days, maybe a day.
But it's not a criticism. For a long time it was a criticism, but it's not now. Because I have learned that you don't do that to be mean. You do that because you don't need to check in yourself. You don't need reassurance. You don't need that stuff that I need. So you kind of treat me the way you would like to be treated within a relationship, and I treat you the way I would like to be treated in a relationship.
And the key to relationships is the opposite.
Correct. And we're working on it. It's not perfect. And especially with, the latest.
But also if you had, sorry to interrupt you, but if we took a measurement of how it was to how it is now, we'd be probably surprised at the change.
Yeah.
How we've learned and improved on talking,
We have.
talking marks. Like if someone were able to give us a snapshot then and now, there has been a lot of improvement.
Oh, 100%.
There really has.
But we also met when we were kids.
Yeah.
We've been together since
Yeah, we had the pressure of having a little baby when we were 5 months into a relationship.
Yeah, true.
It's not ideal.
We didn't get to do
we're
the
not the
couple
first,
stuff.
but it's not ideal. I don't think it's ideal anyway. For some people, it might be bloody the best thing ever, but it was hard for us.
I think the best thing, my answer would be basically the last thing you said in your vows to me was that you said, do you remember what you said? The last thing you said?
I'm in.
Yeah, they didn't think they were going to cry in this segment, but everyone's crying. The last thing Scotty said to me was, I'm in. And I think you are. And you have been for 22 years.
It was funny.
So when someone says, why is Scott awesome?
One day I'll find.
I'm answering your question.
Sorry.
Why is Scott awesome? My answer would be, because he's in.
Wow.
Is that okay?
That's good.
Okay. We got
And
there.
Also, we can put that on a billboard and ban it. Not for my benefit, but that could be a punchy slogan, couldn't it?
Why have you got to ruin the moment?
I don't know. Sorry.
Like, why? What were you going to say?
Cut it out.
What were you going to say?
It was something relevant, but I've forgotten now. Trust me, it was going to be good.
I think it's going to be something nice about me, actually. All right. Well, thanks for being here. I hope you don't feel let down by I do find it hard. But also I am angry with you a lot of the time. And I think that clouds my judgment. I think with me it's easy for you to punch out the headlines about me because I shout them at you all the time. You know what else I realised? You're not vulnerable with me ever. In 22 years, you've never been vulnerable with me. I am vulnerable with you every 5 minutes. So I'm challenging you to be more vulnerable with me moving forward. It's hard for straight white dudes to do that. It's hard for straight dudes. Don't have to be white. I think we don't encourage it because it's seen as weakness or softness or whatever. So I'm giving you an opportunity right now before we sign off for all the insulators, Scott Barrow, to be vulnerable with me right now. Say something that like reveals your soft underbelly.
I've really enjoyed this chat.
Stop being vulnerable. Be vulnerable.
I need to go to the toilet. No.
What the fuck is hell?
No, I'm not. That's not me avoiding. That's me.
funny.
That's a funny. What I was
funny.
trying to do there
Oh, tell
is a
me.
little bit of. I'm breaking down the humour because you
wouldn't
sometimes
get it.
don't understand.
No, I don't get it.
So I was sort of. It was a clever thing.
Great.
That I said.
Generally, if you have to explain a joke, it may not have landed. All right, go to the toilet. I love you.
That was vulnerable.
I love you.
I'm feeling vulnerable because I need to go to the toilet.
I love you.
I love you too.
But I don't always like you. But I love you. You can say it back to me.
No, I don't want to say that.
You don't always like me. I'm going to make you sit there till you piss your pants. Bye, Scotty.
Bye.
You're listening to Emsolation's 200th episode.
Well, Michael Lucas, to celebrate 200 episodes, we thought we would bring back Dilemma Doctors because we were contacted by an emsolator who, for the first time in the history of this show, by the magic of our roadcaster desk, joins us on the phone. Hello, emsolator Bianca.
Hello, how are you?
Very excited to hear your voice in our ears for so many reasons. Many of which just pure technology.
This is so exciting.
Yeah.
Take it.
I know, right? Amazing.
Now, Bianca, you did let us know that you're in a situation at work and you felt that you needed the sage advice of Michael John Lucas and Amelia Rachel Rossiano. Please explain to us in the Emsolation Queendom, what's happened to you.
Okay, so basically I recently hired 2 new team members for my department, and we're still sort of like in the getting to know each other, team building sort of phase. I've also got one lady who has been working for us since before I took over this department. So a few weeks ago, we were all having a sort of like little chat and in conversation, we found out that both of my new employees were part of the LGBTIQ plus sort of community, which is amazing. And look, one of them being bisexual and the other being asexual, I was over the moon being a queer, non-binary person myself there. This is where it got awkward. So without thinking about it, I made a comment to my other employee stating that she was a minority in the room at the time, being that she was the only straight person there. We all had a little giggle about it and then thought nothing else of it. This was until I received an email from this person stating that she didn't feel like it was an appropriate comment and that she felt singled out, and if the roles had been reversed, this would have gone to HR. I immediately felt terrible, and if I'm honest, I spent the entire drive home bawling my eyes out on the phone to my wife, who didn't actually think I did anything wrong. But I couldn't help but think about sort of like all the times in my life where I'd been made to feel singled out because of who I am. I ended up apologising, and we agreed that we just wouldn't talk about it again and just basically make sure there's no more comments about that sort of subject. But I just honestly can't get it out of my head. My wife reckons that it's straight privilege, and I'm still not 100% sure that I was in the wrong. Please help me.
Wow. I just have one question. How long after you had the conversation and the little laugh did the email appear? Like, how long did she sit on it?
So it was about 4 hours.
Oh.
Instant, okay.
So she didn't bring it up straight away, no.
And then how long after that did you go to her and offer an apology? Was that the next day?
So I sent an email back straight away apologising.
Yeah.
And then had a sit-down conversation with her the next day because she didn't send the email till 5 minutes before we were supposed to close. So I didn't get a real chance to respond properly that day.
And how are relations between the two of you since? How's the vibe?
Look, it's still a little awkward from my side,
Good.
but at the same time, I don't think we ever really had a huge connection, like personally, in the first place.
Right. Well, Michael, you are more reasonable than I am, so probably best to get what your Dr. Michael should probably answer before I do, because I'm notoriously not great in teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Em will give you the answer similar to Daenerys on a dragon. And
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
I would say, well, firstly, I would say I definitely do not think you were in any way in the wrong, primarily because firstly, it sounded like it was a fairly lighthearted joke in the situation, but also minority is not a derogatory term. That's just accurate. In that room, if there were 3 versus 1, she's in the minority.
You're stating a fact.
And as myself in that same in a minority, there's nothing derogatory about it. That's just so. Firstly, I don't think there's any doubt that
she's actually being homophobic unintentionally.
Yes.
Yeah, and the workplace itself is actually really friendly to the community because being my boss being gay, most of our employees are on the spectrum of some sort. And she's never before given me a reason to think that a comment like that would be not appropriate.
Well, I mean, I'm inclined to agree with your wife that she has straight privilege in the sense that she's never found herself in any kind of situation where she's had to think of it in those terms. And she's gone to a place of anger and offence, which is completely unwarranted. So in my mind, there is no doubt that basically your wife's take is completely right. And I'm pretty reasonable. The only thing is, like, what to do next. This is interesting because Em and I have different thresholds when it comes to this. I am something of a
punching bag. Sorry, what?
Peacemaker. I tend to think...
It was a P word, just the wrong P word. I would argue you are a professional punching bag.
I tend to think that if...
I love to see the best in people. I play devil's advocate. I assume the best.
I guess it's just like, I think to myself, what is the value? If I confronted this person with how I felt, is it realistically going to produce change in them? Is it going to make the situation better? And if I genuinely don't think it's going to, and that's not an option, then I basically think, okay, well, it's on me to just let this go somehow. Not forget it because you're probably not going to be hurrying to work with those person in the future. But I tend to fall on the side of if I can cope with letting this go, in a situation where I genuinely don't think the person's capable of change, then I probably will to maintain the professional thing. But that's not necessarily good for me, as Em will attest.
Move on.
I, Bianca, on the other hand, always see things as a teachable moment. Okay? So, B, you could have just said, now listen here. I want to know that night or when you started to realise, I love those situations where you apologise and then a couple of days later it starts to dawn on you, hang the fuck on. I'm not in the wrong. And then do you start having like what you would have said to this woman? Do you get in the shower and then start fantasising about what you would have said if you could have gone back in time and just had the perfect comeback?
Oh, 100%.
Yes. So I want to know, what would you have said if you got a do-over? If she said that, what would you have said back to her, Bianca? Like, what do you want to say?
Basically just want to tell her to F off and stop being just a privileged little bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like there's a middle ground between fuck off, stop being a privileged little bitch and where Michael would land. And I like to think that I may offer. I think, as I always say, equality only feels like oppression to those with privilege. So all of a sudden this person that's used to being in a position of power wasn't, and she panicked. And that's a whole bunch of internalized misogyny, homophobia. It's everything there in this one moment. And so for me, I would have said to her, as soon as she said it, it would have irked me straight away. And I would have just on the spot politely asked her. I like to ask people questions when I feel like they're in the wrong. I like to have them just explain themselves right down to, the basic, where did this, what do you think? So I would have kind of said to her, oh, can you explain that to me a bit? Can you explain to me why you feel that way? Can you explain to me why you find this offensive? And then just keep going at her. So if I were you, I don't feel like it's over. I encourage you to maybe revisit I've had some time to reflect on the situation, and I just want to know why you felt offended being a minority. Because I've been a minority my whole life, and I'm not offended by it. I would be interested in learning more about my co-worker, Michael, because my fear is that she might do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally. Well, yeah, I mean, it's really, how do you think that conversation would play out? Do you think there is a chance that she would course correct, or do you think it would be like throwing a log on the fire of the conflict?
My fear in that is she's already threatened to sort of go to HR once. Would she actually do it if I was to bring it up a second time?
But even if she did...
Yeah, would they actually...
You're not in
Would
the
they
wrong.
do anything?
Yeah. They just wouldn't. I mean, look, if you feel like you can live with it, you can do a Sissy Bloom. You know, my memory is long. My memory is very, very long. You know, you don't forget. But if you feel like if you can take Michael's route, I always find in these scenarios Michael is right. I like to do what feels good in the moment and then I regret it for 5 days after. So generally I do call Michael in these scenarios and send a tweet or a text or an email pre, and then he has to take all the rage and
Not a
venom.
tweet. Normally I'm saying don't tweet that in.
That's true.
It basically comes down to... If it's addling you so much that you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning still stewing over it, then clearly it's past some sort of threshold. So really, in some ways, I think it's, can you, as Taylor would say, shake it off? Oh. Or is it something that's really sticking with you to the extent that you need to make your point clear? I mean, it's especially hard. I know what it's like to just apologise in the moment, and that's the worst thing. It's in some ways...
I've never had that problem.
No, but I know what it is to sit there going, why the fuck did I give away all my power and apologise and you know,
I'm a later
lie awake?
apologiser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I do agree there where I've just given away all my power in this moment because I felt like I was doing the right thing in that particular moment. But looking back on it, it might not have been the right way to approach things.
I think you've done what every business leader would advise. I think in the moment, and also she also obviously didn't express how she was feeling when it all happened in front of everyone else. But Bianca, can you,
exactly.
Is it eating at you or can you move on? Or can you passively aggressively send her a link to this episode?
I wouldn't advise option C that Em just described.
Can you move on?
Give it a month or two and maybe.
When did this happen? How fresh are we talking?
That happened about 4 weeks ago.
Ooh.
And it's been eating at me since.
Okay, then here's another
here we
Michael
go.
Lucas option.
Yeah.
Is you know, there is a version of just sort of saying, I recognise we had a difficult moment there and, you know, it's important that we keep our work collaboration going. But one thing has been bugging me and I just wanted to make it clear, along the lines of, you know, a minority, that's what I am. I don't see it as derogatory. It was clearly never intended in that way. And it's bothered me that you would see it in a way that it requires some sort of complaint to HR because truly you're speaking about a category that I myself am in almost in every situation. And I just needed to say that. Because
put it in writing, though.
Yeah, put it in writing.
Yeah.
And then put it in writing and don't send the email instantly. Put it in writing, sleep on it, read it the next day, check it again. I don't know. That's another option rather than just going to silence.
I feel like that is a good balance because put it in writing so it's professional. If you have any mates in HR, I don't know, get them to read it. But I think what Michael just said then is perfect and you'll be able to take notes when this episode comes out. But I feel like if you're still if it's been a month and it's still eating at your gut, it's not going to go away. I don't think it will. I think it'll only get worse for you, B.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I sent the email because I just wanted to get some friendly advice.
Yeah, well, I think you hit it. I think, Lucas, that's good.
Oh, thanks. Good. We found a middle ground.
I'm happy
and it's
with that.
really good to not sit on these things because it can lead to an excess of bile, gallbladder issues. And if you listen to the last ep,
I do have an excess of bile.
That was something we said in the episode, wasn't it? It wasn't something that I'm just on great.
No,
For a second, I thought I might have been bringing up a private medical conversation.
Well, if it's either we talked about it or it'll end up on one of your fucking TV shows, so I don't think it really matters either or. Bianca, I hope the Dilemma Doctors have helped you.
Yes, I 100% believe you've helped me.
Good.
You're amazing.
Having said that, if in 4 weeks' time you think they really didn't help me, then we will accept feedback if you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning saying we only made it worse. I'll
Go
accept
to
it.
Horse's head in the bed town if we need to. Thank you so much for contacting the Dilemma Doctors, Bianca. You have a lovely rest of the evening.
You guys as well. Have fun filming your 200-minute episode.
We will. Thank you. Bye.
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 All right, well, we still have so much more to come in this 200-minute, 200th episode extravaganza. Who knows what's next because we haven't put it together and I don't know what I'm throwing to. But, Michael, you certainly helped Bianca, not her real name. And let's hope that her co-worker is not an emsolator.
Indeed. I think...
It's a pretty niche situation.
Well, I just kind of feel like if you're offended by being called... I don't think anyone that would have that opinion would be an emsolator, I like to believe.
That's true. No dickheads allowed.
I think emsolators typically, if they realise they're in a minority, would be very excited by that fact.
Correct.
See, no offence.
All right, that's enough of Dilemma Doctors. We'll be back with who knows what on this episode of Emsolation, where we're celebrating 200. 200! Yeah, whoa. Woo!
This is Emsolation's 200th episode. Remember the 90s?
Oh, no, Ben, do the voice.
Remember the 90s?
Yes!
Remember your end of term party?
I wasn't invited.
Remember how you used to go to live shows?
No.
Remember how it's almost the end of the year?
Yes!
Good, because we're bringing all those things together for a one-off extravaganza called the Emsolation End of Term Party.
Party.
This is your one and only chance to see Em Rossiano and Michael Lucas on stage in Melbourne.
There's going to be music, there's going to be singing, there's going to be things we shouldn't say into a microphone, there's going to be lots of 90s torch songs and outfits to match.
Tickets are on sale 10 a.m. November 3, aka this morning, from nationaltheatre.org.au.
Get in quick.
You're listening to Emsolation's 200th episode.
Michael Lucas, welcome. I feel like this is your life to 200 episodes of Emsolation. Oh my God. And we are doing 200 minutes. Hectic. But you just pointed out this is the last time you'll be dragging yourself in from set.
From a shoot, yes.
From production.
Yeah, I'm on my 22nd or something week of production.
Well done.
Yeah.
'Cause we didn't know how it was all going to go.
No, I thought I might at one point just completely fall apart.
You never did.
No.
Touch wood.
Touch wood.
What have we done?
The terrifying thing is our COVID cases are rising. Like on 5 Bedrooms, when we began, we were in this like beautiful time when no one was getting COVID, and now we're getting about 4 a week again. And so
On set.
Crew, we've had a couple of casts, but not main cast yet, and so they've been casts that we can juggle around. But I could
Don't say it. Don't say it.
No, won't.
Because I have a weird thing about manifesting negative destiny.
No, I know.
So don't say
but
it
let's
out loud.
just say I will be a very
Let's
happy
just-
chappy when we
okay.
get to the end. Yes.
So will my eldest daughter.
Oh, yeah.
She's been doing long days.
Getting up at before 5 sometimes.
Sends me a photo of the catering each day.
It's good.
She says it's great.
It's amazing catering.
Incredible.
Yeah. And you know what? And I feel so good about it because these caterers have only ever done one other gig. They were newbies.
Oh.
And they got a shot and everyone's in love with them. They're
And she
obsessed with
loves the
them.
dogs on set too, the top dogs. Like there's a picture, everyone has their dogs up
Yeah.
at headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to probably take Lola in maybe on the last day, like bring our dog. Yeah.
Nice.
Lola, not Roy, Lola.
Yeah. Okay.
Lola's
No,
like
fair
the
enough.
rock star dog.
Yeah.
Roy's great.
Lola has real presence.
Yeah.
Not that Roy doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He's a bit of a
That's
piss
okay.
weasel. Like
Yeah. Someone has to be M, someone has to be Scott.
See, someone would argue that Lola was Scott because she's so, like,
Reliable.
chill. Whereas Roy, as I said, is a piss weasel.
Yeah, okay.
I am forever. There's something really delicious about piss weasel. Do you remember Catweazle? You remember Catweazle?
Oh, I watched it for sure.
Can we briefly think about the premise of that show and how it would not get up today? Catweazle was a vagrant that hung around waiting for children to walk down a strange bush path.
Yeah.
And then would go to their house, and I remember he took a bath once in someone's house.
Yeah.
Now take that off. Take it off.
Why?
Well, you don't want to get it wet, do you?
Wet? Oh, no, not the water. Do not put me in the water, I shall drown.
What? In that?
Now, legless lizard, now, wriggling grub, now, soft-back beetle.
Right. No use calling me names. Get in. I said get in.
But his whole shtick was that he was a vagrant, right?
Yeah.
That preyed on children.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm looking up Catweazle because...
Live Googling.
Catweazle. Because Catweazle... A floppy disk controller? What? No. Catweazle the show.
A magician from the time of the Normans.
Catweazle TV show. Here we go.
A magician from the time of the Normans who was cast into the future by magic.
No, that can't be. I'm looking.
That's
yeah,
what
he's
that
in
is
the bath. Look at him in the bath. What the
Terrifying.
hell? Children's fantasy. It only had 2 series. God, it only...
Wow, really made an impression on me.
Me too, and it only had 26 episodes. He looked like old Camp Jesus who'd had a really tough time. That's what he kind of looked like.
I always feel like he looked like that British comedian dude who was done for the unspeakable, like sleeping with corpses.
Oh, my God.
I've taken it really dark.
You know what?
and-
No, he does look like someone who would sleep with corpses, I have to say. I don't know. He hung around with a lonely teenager called Carrot. Okay, inept medieval magician whose flying spell backfires, sending him forward into the Hexwood farm circa 1969.
Well, it turns out he's a wizard, not a vagrant.
He does not look like a wizard.
No, totally.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I mean, if that's a wizard, Dumbledore...
Gee, can I just say as well, the first series, 1969, the second series, 1970... And we were still watching
we
it
watching
in
Catweazle
in Australia
in
in 1987 or something.
I think I reference Catweazle twice a month.
Things can really land, can't they?
Well, you know what else landed for me? Surprise Chef with Aristos.
Hi, I'm Aristos and welcome to Surprise Chef. It's my challenge today to find some lucky shopper and convince them to take me home with them so I can cook up a special meal. But there is a trick. I must use the ingredients that I find in their trolley or at home in their fridge.
Do you remember that TV show?
No.
Okay, so this Greek guy would go around to people's houses, this is very Australian, and he would go inside and he'd open their cupboards and they'd only have a tin of sardines, 2 litres of milk and some dry crackers. And he'd whip up like a 5-course meal.
Right.
And no one would know he was coming. And he'd just come and rifle through your fridge.
Right.
And I was obsessed with the idea that Aristos might turn up at our house and what will you make?
Yeah.
And then when I was
prepared.
when I was a poor student, whenever I used to go to the cupboard and try and make some food, I'd be like, what would Aristos do? And I pretend that I was surprise chef and I would whip something up. And I talk about Aristos all the time. I can't believe you don't know Aristos surprise chef.
Do you know Howard the Duck?
That's it. No more Mr. Nice Duck.
Jimmy, do you like to see what I see? A talking duck?
Yeah, that's it.
No one laughs at a master of quack foo.
Do you remember that movie?
No.
I really remember that.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah, George Lucas made it soon after Star Wars.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah. It also had Leia Thompson in it, who was the mother in Back to the Future.
Look at her hair. No, I do not remember Howard the Duck. I just watched a lot of Banana Man.
This is 29 Acacia Road, and this is Eric, the schoolboy who leads an amazing double life. For when Eric eats a banana, an amazing transformation occurs. Eric is Banana Man, ever alert for the call to action.
Do you remember Voltron?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Everyone remembers that.
Oh, my God.
But I feel like that one's sort of been neglected.
we-
Like,
How do we get here?
What is this segment?
What's the side quest?
200 minutes.
Where did we start? No, there was a reason. Why did we start talking?
Catweazle.
Why did we start talking about Catweazle? Oh my God, you went down the side quest and forgot to maintain the main road again.
Sorry.
Does anyone remember? James, why were we talking about Catweazle?
Because you love the word piss weasel.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Because we love the word piss weasel. Because my dog's a piss weasel. Because you're nearly finished on set and Chella wants to take the dog in because everyone loves their dogs on the set of 5 bedrooms.
Wow.
Now you know what it's like to live 3 minutes in my brain trying to accomplish anything.
Yeah.
That. You just went down a total spiral with me. You're welcome. Now we need to come back up the path because I went to a middle-aged sex gathering last night.
What a hook. What a transition.
So, I may have done a bit of clickbaiting there. Esther Perel is an incredible, and a lot of our audience will know her. You won't know her because...
No.
You do?
I think, would I be correct in saying there's a Perel method or something? Or a Perel...
Maybe.
No, I don't know. Anyway.
She's a Belgian psychotherapist, sex therapist, couples therapist, relationship therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a podcast called Where Do We Begin? And it is sensational. So real life counselling sessions with real life couples.
Yeah.
And you hear the torture in the voices of the partners as they talk about infidelity, not wanting to have sex, like betrayal. And Esther she says things like, I'm going to say something you don't want to hear. Like she challenges them. She's amazing. She's done stuff with Brene Brown. Her TED Talks have had millions and millions.
Mm-hmm.
She did a really famous one about infidelity and adultery and why these things don't really exist and we need to think about redefining them. And she talks about how to keep marriages alive. And she talks about how there's been a death of intimacy.
Yeah.
So why does good sex so often fade, even for couples who continue to love each other as much as ever? And why does good intimacy not guarantee good sex, contrary to popular belief? Or the next question would be, can we want what we already have? That's the million-dollar question, right? And why is the forbidden so erotic? What is it about transgression that makes desire so potent? And why does sex make babies and babies spell erotic disaster in couples? It's kind of the fatal erotic blow, isn't it? And when you love, how does it feel? And when you desire, how is it different? These are some of the questions that are at the center of my exploration on the nature of erotic desire and its concomitant dilemmas in modern love.
She's here doing these huge arena shows, thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, okay. Because I did totally think we were in some sort of goop situation where you're basically...
Well, I got
like
to...
an aged lesbian is teaching you how to orgasm, but that's not what this was.
Well, sort of.
Oh.
So, no, because she's not a lesbian. Although I did meet... Oh, my God, I'm getting ahead of myself. I did learn a term last night because a couple people came up to me. Anyway, so... I got invited to this very exclusive little like, you know, the Dua Lipa side concert that she did at the Palais. This was Esther's side concert. And it was at a place called the White House in St Kilda. And it was put on by Dumbo Feather, which is a magazine, and they do publishing, and they brought her out here. And we were in a courtyard. I was there with Claire Bowditch. She was also part of bringing Esther out because that's what Claire... all about live scene, live music, and Claire was very instrumental in making this event happen. And I was sitting front row. And as soon as I entered, I look around the courtyard and it's all these really well-to-do, lots of like Camilla, lots of linen, lots of like long sweeping white hair. You know, you're getting the vibes. And
enjoying it.
I walked in and instantly panicked because I don't know why. I went on my own. Why did I go? I don't know why. I went on my own.
Who would you take?
I probably should have taken my husband. He needed to hear everything she said.
I think he'd be open to it too.
Yeah, but he had Pilates. Do you want to go? Because he had Pilates.
Wow.
Right.
But, you know,
Whatever.
I mean, that's all working towards the same goal anyway.
So I walked in, immediately started panicking, but then I spotted Ben Crow in the corner. Ben Crow, mindset coach.
Yeah.
And I went straight over to him and he was in deep conversation with a woman. And so I didn't want to interrupt them, so I just went and stood directly behind him. And he turned around because he was a bit shocked. And I said, you don't have to look at me, don't talk to me, it's fine. I just needed to stand with someone I knew. You just keep talking. I haven't seen him since before I gave my speech or spoken to him.
Right. But you've had...
we have text. We text.
He's messaged
we chat.
you,
Yeah, we chat. He was the first person remember he phoned me straight after the speech.
Yes.
So I'm standing behind him weirdly, and he's chatting to a woman who I then find out is Sir Donald Bradman's granddaughter.
Okay.
What a flex.
No, totally.
Gretchen Bradman.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that just got stuck in my mind. So anytime I introduced her to someone, that was like my opening fact about her. And then I realised she's had to deal with that her whole life. But in my mind, this is Gretchen. She's Sir Donald Bradman's. I couldn't stop saying it. So,
Was her status as Donald Bradman's granddaughter inhibiting her going to the next level sexually? Was that why she was there?
She was there because she'd been out partying with Esther the night before. They're friends. She's also a clinical psychologist.
Okay.
She's like right in that field, in that world. She's very well-to-do. She's an amazing woman. I really liked her. So I'm standing there and then it's time to sit down. And Esther comes out.
How many people are we talking about in total?
Let's say 100.
Okay.
Small.
Yeah.
So everybody comes out and there's a jazz band playing and they're handing out like hors d'oeuvres and stuff. And just before we sit down, a woman comes up to me and says, I saw your speech. It was amazing. Thank you so much. It was like changed my life. I've been diagnosed since. I'm like, great. And then this became a theme. I had like 5 or 6 probably women, like I would say 50 and above. I had one lady come up to me and say, I'm a late-in-life lesbian recently diagnosed with ADHD. And I said, you're a what? She said, I'm a late-in-life lesbian. I said, you're fucking what?
Hi, gay.
That's my new favourite demographic.
Yeah.
Did you know that late-in-life lesbian was a thing? Like
Yeah.
that they call themselves that?
Oh, I mean,
I'm a late-in-life lesbian. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Still hope for me.
Yeah.
Don't know how.
Look.
But anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
So she's like, I'm a late-in-life lesbian. I've just been recently diagnosed with ADHD. Thank you for your speech. I'm like, fucking yes, late-in-life lesbian.
Yeah, you've ticked so many boxes there for me.
Tick, her box.
Yeah.
Literally. Then she explained who her wife was, that they've got anyway, it was amazing. So we sit down and Esther comes out.
Yeah.
And Esther is immaculate. She's fucking you can imagine. She's Belgian, but she speaks 9 languages and works in 6. So she works in 7. She can break into any language you want, and she does, right?
Yeah.
Her face looks incredible, just the right amount of work. And I would say she's probably early 60s.
Really?
Yeah, but looks immaculate.
So Madonna age.
Yeah, but look like, I'll show you her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She had this amazing choker on that plunged down to her décolletage with opals on it. And then she had these chains on her hands.
Yeah.
Were really cool. And she had boots with heels and tight jeans and a blazer. And she was lightly tanned, and she sat down. And she was basically just talking about her career and her life. And then she's brought out this game about, you sit down and you ask really intimate questions with the people around you. So we go through this whole thing. And the best thing she said, the one thing that I took away, the most thing, because I listen to her podcast all the time, she said that long-term relationships like ours, what often happens is couples focus on staying alive rather than feeling alive.
Oh, profound.
It actually was. I know you're being a dickhead about this.
I'm not.
But it fucking is.
Yeah.
Think about it. Is he laughing? James, I'm telling you right now, that was very profound. The second thing that was...
No,
I'm
not.
Care.
You're just making me laugh.
You don't care.
I do.
The late-in-life lesbians cared. They clapped. Because, lesbian bed death is a thing.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say 2 gays without kids, we're doing a lot of feeling alive. I mean, it's true. It's true.
The other thing I found really interesting was she talked about how community is going to solve the loneliness crisis, all the issues that we're all having, not therapy, is communities openly talking about it and storytelling. So she, in lockdown, invented a game. This is why we were all there last night. That's why I figured out. It was actually
to play the game.
To sell the game. Well, yeah. So then they say the speech concludes and we all ask these questions and she's amazing. You walk
Did you
away.
have a question?
No, but all my questions got answered.
I get very nervous when they open it up to questions.
Claire was the first in with her.
Of course, that's very Claire Bowditch.
She was straight in with the most thoughtful question of the night. It was amazing.
Hands straight up, I can see it.
She did. Hands straight up.
Yeah.
It was great. And it was very open. Like Esther said, who here is in therapy? And everyone put their hands up. It was very open. But then the night took a turn because she's like, okay, now we've set up the game in the ballroom and just go and sit down with strangers and the cards are scattered everywhere and you pick them up and you ask these questions. And these questions, they're really probing. And most of them are like sex questions.
Give me an example.
Well, I'll tell you an example. One man who I was chatting to, Josh, I picked up a card randomly and I asked Josh, where's the strangest place you've ever had sex?
Was it Josh Frydenberg? Was it Josh from the West Wing? No.
Surprisingly not. He's a very handsome young man.
Okay, yeah. And can you reveal his answer?
Yeah, he talked about having sex in a rotunda in a foreign country with a girl in front of the pub. Then he didn't know the pub were watching. It was hectic. But the thing was, it was kind of like eyes wide shut because in the ballroom, the lights were off. They just had candles. And then there was people talking around, like sitting around strangers, like talking about sex. And there was like laughing and clinking of glasses and like there was a musk.
Oh, was there alcohol there too?
Lots of free alcohol, so much alcohol, lots of alcohol. And like, so...
What did you get asked? Well, come on, you've led us this far. We've got 200 minutes.
Here are some of the questions.
Yeah.
I got them. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
When I hear the word forbidden, the first thing that comes to mind is?
Forbidden? I don't know. There's something about forbidden that just makes me think of like a Mills and Booney sort of a forbidden. I don't know. Like
the person that taught me most about love is?
My husband. That's easy.
Oh, that's not my answer.
No. Is it one of your dogs or your children?
Elio.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He taught me most. Restorative love. I didn't think the hole in the heart would heal, and then I held that child, and I was like, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Adrian just taught me about love because he's much better at it than I was.
You're terrible at love. No, you are. You're not great. Admit it.
No, I am, but I think I'm really better with him now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I'm a shower-upper. I'm reliable.
You fucking are.
But yeah, no, I'm not good. We all carry I think it's fair to say, I don't think anyone in my family would be surprised. I didn't come from a father that was very comfortable showing love, and it sticks with you. And it certainly was a big part of the relationship early on with Adrian in that he was very good with just showing affection and I just wasn't. And it was a combination of upbringing and just general the homophobia that we're all breathing. But I reckon I'm pretty good. I'm over it now, I think.
He'll love that answer.
Oh.
That guy, he's been waiting for you to acknowledge him. He listens every week.
Well, there we go. What an acknowledgement. You taught me to love.
Oh. One of the questions was, whose number should you delete from your phone but you haven't? Saucy. Do you want to answer that?
No.
No, me neither.
But
do you have numbers in your phone that you just have there for nostalgia reasons but you shouldn't have them there? You don't need them there?
Not really.
Really?
No. Well...
Yes, you do. Oh, we're going deep.
We are going deep. But I think that means, like, is there someone you might, if you're in a fragile, like, state of mind, like, basically do a booty call to?
No.
Or something like that? Oh, no?
Because we would never booty call.
No, I don't think I would.
But there are numbers that don't need to be there in my phone. For sure. But I wouldn't use them.
I want an example, but I'm not going to get one. Damn it! I don't actually think I don't think there's any number.
Let's just say when Scott and I were separated, I had some dates.
Yeah.
And
you should have maybe taken them out of your phone.
When we got back together.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not, yeah.
Anyway, we're all sitting around asking each other these bizarro questions.
Yeah.
And I was becoming increasingly uncomfortable.
Yeah, it does, might I say, sound
really
like your
into
personal nightmare.
It was. It was in this giant house and everyone was just leaning closer and closer and closer.
Yeah, a lot of eye contact, I imagine. Yeah.
So I did go home, and as I was driving home, I felt hopeful. I was like, I'm going to go home and I'm going to tell my husband, if he can be more vulnerable and I can stop expecting him to be everything to me. Like, Esther keeps saying nowadays everybody wants their partner to be what a village once was to them, what a community once was to them. You want them to fill all the roles and they can't do it. And I do that. See, Scott doesn't want anything from me and I want everything from him. So it's a real imbalance. So I said, I'm going to go home. So I walked inside the house and he was sitting at the table eating ice cream, watching the soccer on his phone. And I said, and I tried to sit on his lap and he told me I was annoying and what did I want? He's trying to watch the soccer. And I said, I'm trying to have some intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, oh, no, not now. I've got a sore stomach. Like, I just can't. I don't want to. So that was it. I gave up. Fuck him.
What a beautiful end to the evening. That was it. I gave up. Fuck him.
I was so full of hope.
Yeah. It was touching.
I left that evening thinking, bloody hell. You know, my relationship, it can be saved.
It's a frame of mind.
Yes.
It's the energy you put out.
Oh, I went in there so full of hope.
Yeah.
And then there he was, his fucking feet up on the table, eating stuff that's going to make him fart later in bed, and I knew it. And I wanted to say that, oh, great, more farts. But I didn't because I'm like, no, be romantic.
Yeah.
So I didn't mention the farting. I tried to sit on his lap and he told me I was being annoying. But he was in his Pilates shorts and he looks hot in his Pilates shorts.
Did you consider one of my favourite regroups?
Hey, can I ask you a question first?
Yeah.
How do you seduce Adrian?
How do I seduce
Like,
Adrian?
what's your go-to when you want to, like, do stuff?
I'm going to say, it feels like this is quite an intimate question, but it's not very imaginative.
What do you do?
You just start kissing him and
That's
then...
it?
Yeah, and then, you know...
Do you ever do role plays and stuff?
Nah.
I don't either. I think
I just don't think it would be sexy.
Don't you think? What about if, like, you two pretended it was the first time you never met and you challenged him, you got to pick me up?
No, but look,
that would be kind of hot.
This is probably why I'm okay with long-term relationships, because it's like I don't want to pretend that I'm with someone other than him. That's he's the point of it. So why would I want to like put myself in some mental frame of mind where I'm in a completely different situation?
See, we're the same. Like, if I want to have sex with Scott, I look at him and say, "Let's go do the sex."
I don't even. I wouldn't say that I put it in a verbal form just like
I'm
that.
like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's foreplay in my house.
But also,
come on, let's go. That's it. Or I let him like give me a massage.
But isn't the great joy of married life, like, there's got to be some upsides, and some upsides are that you don't.
Go.
Well, yeah, basically, like, you don't have to like do an elaborate, like, the amount of time I left structuring it so that I might just engineer a situation where I could.
Right now?
I hope not, because that really. Well, I wasn't having much success.
So this is Michael's sex dance, gang.
If you can't see her, it's kind of like magic fingers gone wrong.
Magic fingers.
Magic fingers on a very.
Ooh, it's like spirit fingers.
Stormy ocean.
It's like there's an imaginary basketball between my hands and I'm sexily moving it back and forth. Is that what you... Imagine if you went up to Adrian and... How many times a week do you have sex?
Oh, no.
Yes.
I'm not going to get into all of that. No, but I will say...
All right, how many times a week do gay men on average have sex?
I've got no idea. I think it varies over time. It would.
Okay, ask me.
I feel like you've declared it a lot.
What?
Well, I think, how many times a week do you have sex then?
0. No sex. No, we go through phases.
Obviously, it's considerably more than that. We're very regular. But I think that there's
We're very regular because I do a sex dance.
I do not. I was saying I did used to have to do, like, you know, elaborate and ultimately ineffective things to try and convince people to sleep with me. But it's just a joy now that it's like, you know, you can just wake up and be like, do you have to get up right now? Great, let's go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You know, I mean, we go through phases. Sometimes we have heaps. Sometimes we have none. We've got 200 minutes to fill.
No, we're pretty rock solid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go on, say it.
But I also feel like there's a little thing in our heads that's like, you know, we wouldn't want to leave it too long.
How long? What's a panic?
Oh, you wouldn't want to go longer than a week.
Oh my God. Do you have to change the sheets all the time at your house?
Just on weekends. What? Small price to pay.
Your face. Just on weekends. Well, if you're having sex like a few times a week, like these guys.
She's doing a dance again. Anyway, I just hope my marriage survives this. He probably won't listen. He probably tuned out.
He will listen. He listens when he knows we're going to talk about him. Now, speaking of Adrian, I was getting up-to-the-minute text updates because you sat down and finally... It's like that episode of The Simpsons that I always bring up that you have never seen, that Bart wants to see the Itchy and Scratchy movie, and then Homer says no because if I've got to put my foot down so you become justice of the peace. If I let you see Itchy and Scratchy, you'll become a stripper.
The Itchy and Scratchy movie. Come on, what do you say?
All right. I think you've learned your lesson.
So finally they watch it, and you and I were kind of like doing that with Don't Worry, Darling.
We were.
But You watched it.
I watched it.
And Adrian was not happy.
Oh, hang on a second. For the record, he suggested
No,
watching
he wasn't
it.
happy with the movie.
No.
So let's talk about it. Now you've finally watched Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah.
The Olivia Wilde, Harry... We haven't even talked about the fact that they have broken up.
They have broken up.
As predicted by me.
What a 2022 bombshell. How did we ignore it?
No relationship would survive that. No fake relationship would survive that, let alone a real one.
Mm.
So what did you think? We're here. We're finally here. Oh, my God. Come on.
For me...
Here we go.
I have a complex reaction to it.
Yeah?
Okay, here's my headline thoughts. For me, it actually started strong. I was into it at the beginning and I thought, I'm going to really enjoy this. Mm-hmm. And then I realised the plot was sort of going around in circles and it was a lot of Florence... everyone knows the premise, right?
Tell it again.
Well, she's like she's a 1950s wife in this beautiful Palm Springs-esque place and her husband's patriarchally go off to like do things and there's the increasing sense that something is very wrong in this place. I thought that'd be the first 20 minutes and then we'd start to find out details. They're really going to sit with the whole there's something very wrong in this place for a long time. A long time. So my biggest critique is probably of the story just saying just start answering some questions earlier. Weirdly though, I liked her direction. I thought the direction was kind of the standout. I thought, and she performed well in it. Florence Pugh was great. Weirdly, I thought genuinely Harry was much better under her direction than he was in My Policeman. It was a far less challenging role, but I thought he was completely fine. Like if I didn't know he was Harry Styles, I would have thought, yeah, that was fine. It was fine.
And did they ever explain his accent?
I work in a bakery.
No, they never did, but he was not the only one with an accent there. And they did make a couple of comments about him being British. Mm-hmm. But no, they did not. But it's a bit weird because Florence is also British, isn't she? And she does a flawless Californian accent.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was a definite limitation. Mm. But other than that, you know, he was fine. My problems are more with just the structure and the story, really. I just, after a while, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, if you're not going to tell me what's happening here, then...
And Chris Pine?
I thought he was great, yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
so what are you giving it out of 5?
It's still only really a 2.5. But,
Whoa.
Or a 3.
Your words don't match your rating, friend.
No. It's just because the reaction of the world led you to believe that this was going to be like a 1-star movie. Like it was going to be a disaster. Mm. It was going to be Cats. But in actual fact...
I would have enjoyed that.
I thought there were a lot of interesting parts to it and, yeah, I just wanted more story out of it, basically. I just wanted to get some answers sooner and move into, thriller territory. But I don't think anyone embarrassed themselves in that movie. I thought everyone came out of it looking okay.
It's just something you really want to hear when you're making a huge... No one embarrassed
Adrian was harsher.
I know.
He really was. He thought I was giving Harry some free kicks.
Yeah, you do. You're the free kick king. Let's be real.
Look, you could be a king of a worse kingdom.
Do you know what I've been watching? Wednesday.
Oh, of course. I think of you all the time.
Perfection.
Yeah.
It's perfection. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Any plans you have of running away and right now?
First of all, flawless. Mm-hmm. Like her
Morticia.
face doesn't like...
Of course it doesn't.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The neck is held up too.
She's not that much older than us,
I know.
She?
I think I aged her up because of her husband. I think because Michael Douglas is so old.
What is she, like 10 years older than us?
Only 10 years. In my mind, she was in her mid-60s. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think because he's so old.
Yeah, fair
Anyway,
enough.
she plays Morticia.
Yeah.
And the standout is the girl who's playing Wednesday.
Well, you'd hope so.
Oh, Thing, you poor, naive appendage. My parents aren't worried about me. They're evil puppeteers who want to pull my strings even from afar.
It's beautifully made. Odie and I are inhaling it together. Mm. I've given her permission to watch the last episode tonight because I'm unable to.
Such a show of motherly
It's
love.
okay, she asked, and I said yes. She specifically said, do you mind if I watch it? It's just everything you want. It's the right amount of edge. The costuming's great. The script is phenomenal. Brienne of Tarth plays the principal.
Nevermore doesn't usually accept students midterm. I've spoken with the board and we've made an exception.
I do love her.
Yeah, it's 10 out of 10. It's really good. Something you can watch with your teenagers.
Have you hooked in to White Lotus?
No.
Oh, wow. Because...
I don't know why. Because everyone's like, Italian gay guys, Jennifer.
Sometimes I think I should have started that spa for poor women with that girl from Maui. Maybe she put a curse on me.
And I'm like, don't tell me what to watch.
Yeah, I know.
And Audrey's in it too, who I love.
Audrey Plaza, amazing. Jennifer
Parks and Rec.
Coolidge.
Yeah, it's got.
Friggin' love.
I know, but I've just started The Bear finally, so you know.
That's brilliant. You will get there. And look, the first episode or so of White Lotus, I was a bit, it was fine. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't ravenous to come back. But he is so clever, the guy that makes that, Mike White. Weirdly, a Survivor champion in real life. Like he's a reality TV contestant turned, TV scriptwriter and director and showrunner. Yes. And very gay guy. Brilliant job with White Lotus season 1. A lot of expectation, and he's delivered. Whereas the first season sort of focused on race a bit and all of the complications and hypocrisies wrapped up in that. This is about sexuality a lot more. So instantly in. There's a number of very attractive people, mostly men, in it. So I think you'd really appreciate that.
Oh, the guy from Hunger Games with the penis.
Wow. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Dominic. What's his name in real life?
Know. Oh. But if I had a criticism, I was tracking through going, gee, it's all about sexuality and everything like that. There's not much gay in it. And then episode 4.
Gay.
And let's just say.
Is that the penis ep?
Oh, there's so many things happen in that ep. No, the penis ep is actually right there in episode 1.
Oh.
You don't have to go very far.
Okay, I'm in.
You're in. I reckon it's that show that everything about it, it's a vibe. Like, I'm just desperate. I'm just desperate every week to get back to it.
I'm so excited because I'm going to get them all in one. I'm going to watch 6 in a row.
There is like the maitre d' of the hotel or whatever that person is, the manager of the hotel.
The Murray Bartlett.
Yes, equivalent. But this time it's played by a severe Italian woman who is, for all the world, looks like
Heaven.
Lady Gaga.
Yes.
There's so many elements that you'll get into.
I will.
But I feel like and they're rolling it out week by week, which I love. So you just hunger for it all week. You hunger for it. It's not too late for you to catch up. You could catch up really quickly and then get on board for the last 3.
Oh, is there 3 to go?
I think so. 2 or 3.
Okay. I will. I've got a lot of Drag Race to watch, babes. There's so many Drag Race things happening at the moment. All right, so I'll get on board with that. I have started The Bear, which I'm loving.
Yeah, of course.
I resisted for so long, but the blue-eyed fighting Italians.
I know. It's beautiful.
And there was something, Scott was really stressed in the first episode. But
it is stressful.
It felt like home.
Yeah.
For me, it weirdly felt soothed by it because that's the way my dad and his dad used to communicate. Close quarters, yelling. And then it's done. It's over. There's love. It's so beautifully made. It's it's also a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
You're not in there for these massive plot twists. You're in there to just soak up the atmosphere and the texture. There's so much texture in it.
The texture.
I love to death that, you've got Amazon putting $1 billion into the Lord of the Rings movies, and yet everyone's flocking to The Bear, which is literally about a sandwich shop.
So good.
Yeah.
Victorian election.
Well, I'm going to say, for us, it was a pleasingly boring night.
So boring.
But in the best way.
You should have seen me trying to vote. I put it off and put it off and put it off, and then we were driving past the voting centre, which was literally 20 metres from my house.
Was this on the Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah.
And Chella said, vote. And I said, I'll do it later. She said, you won't. You won't. So I turned the car around, went back, and I voted. And then we went down the beach. And while I was down the beach, oh, my God, a group of young boys commented on my bum and watched the feminism leave my body when young hot men comment on my ass.
I don't know. You can be an empowered woman enjoying the effect you have on men. That's not necessarily...
Literally walked past with Elio and my bathers up my bum a bit.
Fourth wave feminism now. It's fine.
Just went... someone said, nice ass. Feminism gone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dined on it, told everyone I saw, told Scott, told Chella, pointed him out. Those people just said, I have a nice bum. Got home, told my father-in-law.
How fabulously observant you are. What brilliant judgment.
I tell you what, though, if those people had been a stitch older with a slight paunch, if they had any sort of weird bodily feature, that is disgusting misogyny. I'm so sick of the patriarchy deciding who determines who gets complimented. And don't you reduce me down to the way my ass looks. But if you are the right... Oh, thank you so much. I've just dropped something. I'll just pick it up. Watch the feminism leave my body. Yeah, not a very good one. I'm not good. Also, last night I made dudes walk me to my car.
That's okay.
Do you think?
I think both of them are okay.
It's okay?
I think so.
It's okay to only be offended if the people giving you compliments don't appeal to you. It's like, do you know what I said in a conversation last night? They were talking about the incest on Game of Thrones, and this came out of my mouth. Doesn't matter, they're hot.
I think that there are problems there. I don't know that it's intrinsically a feminist issue necessarily.
I think as a society, we are more inclined to accept incest on TV shows if the brother and sister are hot.
No question.
Right?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well,
I'm Carl
probably.
I'm just saying what you all think, guys, in an offensive manner.
Yeah.
Come back. Donald Bradman's granddaughter's having to look at me talk about hot brothers and sisters banging. Like, imagine. And then we're going in for some Eyes Wide Shut gear. Like, honestly.
Flash forward to minute 197. We're like, okay, Em, so which of your immediate family do you want to fuck? Go. And we all know it'd be the hottest one. And I frankly know who that is.
Too far! Too far! The line is being crossed. I'm just talking about hot brothers and sisters getting it on in a fictional sense, okay?
Anyway, but back to the election.
Donald Bradman's granddaughter.
Did you notice? I kept track of what we were talking about, the election.
Yes!
Saturday night.
So boring.
It wasn't hot.
You and I didn't care.
No, I cared.
But you came over to my house as is tradition.
Well, it was the weird thing with this election because it was always everyone was just saying it's a Dan slide. And then like the day before there was a poll that said, oh, maybe it'll be really even. But then the day of they released a new poll that said, no, actually, no, it's a Dan slide. And then it was
total.
Well, it
was.
He did lose some ground, but hilariously that went to the Greens and some teal candidates. So basically just everything shifted a bit more left, which obviously delighted us. But there was no suspense. I mean, Anthony Green basically called it at like 7:30 at night. And
Peter Credlin didn't look happy.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, my God, did you see that?
But it was a really interesting point in history, just in the sense of anyone who has been in Victoria, if you've wandered past a newsstand or just even at the supermarket, the Herald Sun and the Australian have relentlessly, like it's been every day. They've had Dan, anti-Dan. The campaign has been an absolute, there's no subtlety about it.
The most unpopular man somehow managed to...
Yeah, but it's really interesting because it just proves it not only did it do nothing, it might have even had a counter effect.
Correct.
Like the days of Murdoch being able to get
Swing
a
an
prime minister,
election.
no way.
Agreed.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Absolutely gone.
Yeah, social media.
And also, the weird thing of everyone kept on saying, I'd be listening to these podcasts that were kind of like, Victoria, it's so divided. Like, it's really 50-50 people, that feel like the pandemic was just an appalling disaster of management and the people that backed the strategy and everything. I'm like, 50-50? Is it really?
Matthew couldn't remember that man's name.
Yeah.
I just lost it again. Matthew Guy. What was the Nomi boy before him?
Michael O'Brien.
See, good on you, because I could not have pulled that name if I tried. Catweazle, on the other hand, could draw a picture of him. I remember Catweazle. Catweazle would have done better for the Liberal Party, in my opinion.
Oh, the Liberal Party, it was a really bad night because there was, we should say, a swing against Labor of close to 6%, which would have been bad except for the fact that they won the last election before that so monumentally that it meant nothing. But unfortunately, the Liberals got none of that. They themselves fell back. So Labor lost 6% and they lost 1 point something. So they went backwards. How did you feel about, did you notice his victory speech?
I haven't watched it.
Really?
No.
Wow, you're really disengaged.
So bored.
Well, he referred back to the pandemic.
No.
You don't care?
Did the Auslan guy, was Brett there? Was something there? Was hot Auslan guy there? Meaty peen? No meat cock? Gang, just breaking in. Yes, I'm interrupting myself to throw to myself. I am Barbara Streisand. Look, I felt I needed to reset with you my obsession with the Auslan man's meat peen/meat cock. I did a lot of stand-up around it after the pandemic. So here I am on stage at the Sydney Myer Music Bowl explaining my obsession to 5,000 people. Saying this out loud is not great. With the Auslan, interpreters package. But I also became obsessed, this is the controversial bit, with one particular Auslan interpreter. There's no delicate way to say this. He wore very tight pants and had a huge cock. There was backlash. There was some backlash when I pointed out his penis profile. Oh, you can't be ogling a man doing his civic duty. I'm like, shut up! It's different. When I look at him and his impressive package, he's not then afraid I'm going to stalk him back to his car and hurt him. It's different.
Let me look at his penis in peace. I have to say to you, it was a full meat cock situation. Meaty. You know, there's no delicate way to say or take a meat cock. Do you know what I mean? Like, the guys with meat cocks are the ones who run in and out of the ocean with reckless abandon. They deliberately forget their towels at the gym. They're consistent. You can set your watch to a meaty. They're reliable. Shrinkage doesn't affect them. And then, of course, you have the blood cocks. Oh, the bloodies. Everything's temperature reliant for the bloodies. You know, it's an old school grower shower situation. They're the guys walking under the Myer Burke Street Mall with the big heat wave, just, oh, thank God I can move my briefcase now for 5 seconds. I'm sorry to all the men in the crowd whose partners are now silently categorising you into the meat or blood section. It was a hard lockdown, and I needed to find a silver lining, and that silver lining was inside of the box of briefs of the Auslan Interpreter, making sure that our deaf community was kept abreast of all the COVID-related situations.
Okay, now you're all caught up, let's cut back in. If they had wheeled him out, they would have got some votes. Meatcock could have run for the Liberal Party and probably got more votes. Catweazle and Meatcock on a ticket together.
That's a compelling ticket.
Catcock. Hashtag catcock. Oh my God. We've only been going for 43 minutes.
Oh my God. That's truly terrifying.
It's fine.
Can I?
Oh, okay, then go.
Well, we've got all this time.
Take it.
Chella's in.
Yay, come in. What are you going to say?
The only thing about that election, like about the whole chapter, and this was a thing that was, this whole podcast was begun in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And you know how, like, the old dictator Dan, and you hear it constantly, all this sort of stuff, like, about, oh, well, he just loved locking you up. He just loved locking you up. There's all this, like, conspiracy theories. There's going to be a lockdown before Christmas. It's going to happen. I've heard from someone, the police.
What, now?
Oh, it's just bullshit. All this sort of stuff. But the only thing is, the thing that kills me about all of this was, like, for those of us that went through that whole lockdown, all that sort of stuff, we had an outbreak. The rest of the country shut their borders to us.
Yeah.
The choice was either just have no lockdown here and just the rest of the country closes their borders and we just become the death state where we're getting, there's no vaccine, tens of thousands of deaths and potentially shut off for the rest of the country of a year, or go hard and try and, like, both of them are terrible choices. But clearly, I mean, anyone that was living through it was like, okay, well, this is shit, but it's, what else are we going to do? Just let it run rampant with no vaccine and everyone, like, I mean, what?
I just couldn't move past people thinking that he was doing it for a power trip.
It's so weird.
That was the big one. Why?
Why?
What?
He's still beholden to a democracy.
The
it's
economy
wild.
stops.
Yeah.
The depression rates are through the roof. Your constituents are like, why?
Yeah, I know. As if you'd love going out.
That's the weirdest.
I know.
It just feels like if you want a power trip, there's a few steps before locking down an entire state.
Like, I mean, look, if you wanted to go out there and say, look, he's spending all this money on rail links and everything else like that because he all just wants this big Dan Andrews legacy, you'd be on more grounds for that. But I don't think anyone thinks he was creating lockdown. Anyway.
The crossings. If I never have to hear about one more fucking rail crossing, I'll tell you right now, that was his platform, literally.
That, and we're going to bring back the SEC.
Oh, I don't care. Coming in off the bench is my daughter, Chella. Get on the mic. We've got to fill 3 hours bench.
Hi.
Put your headphones on so you can hear us. Ah, we've missed you. Dad was in today. We've done a segment with Dad.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that was interesting.
Bank it
She'll
for
be tuning into
therapy.
that.
No, you will enjoy it, actually.
What's been going on?
Well, we've been talking about Michael finally watched Don't Worry, Darling.
I still haven't watched it.
That is wild to me.
I know, but because everyone was like, it's giving me the ick for Harry, and I can't have that.
Spoiler alert, can we do that?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Well, there's a reveal. He starts as like suave, like 1940s dressed, sort of charming Harry, and then you reveal that he was once like a horrible misogynist incel.
That's right. I've seen stuff of him really old and gross. Is that? Is he
not old and
aged
gross,
in the
but
film?
like no, he was just sort of like hadn't shaved and was sort of weedy and like a
Catweazle. Pissweasel.
I don't think there's ever been a podcast in history that has mentioned Catweazle so regularly.
Do you know Catweazle?
No.
No, of course she doesn't. 2 seasons, 1969 and 70.
I talk about it all the time. I talked about how
You're assuming your daughter would listen to you, as if. Can you imagine mum starts reflecting on the TV shows of her childhood? She's hardly going to like...
This was the main character. I'm going to show you a picture of him in a children's TV show. That
I feel like I know this. Oh, no, I don't.
We grew up with it.
Oh.
Anyway, and then I started referring to Roy, our dog, as Pissweasel, because that's what he is.
True.
Because we said you would rather take Lola to set than Roy because he's a Pissweasel.
100%.
But some would say that maybe Harry was drawing on Catweazle for his character inspiration. This episode is going to be called Catweazle. I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
Do you like Martin Michaels?
His performance was better, by the way.
Then in
well,
My
it was
Policeman?
an easier role, but I thought it was better. And I just think Olivia directed him better. I think she's a better director. Yeah.
Okay.
Could you tell they were like having sex when they were on scene together? Like, could she sense the vibes?
No.
But
But
what's the point then?
Adrian kept trying to say, they're cutting around Harry, but I really don't think they were. He had a lot of shots in close-up and a lot of big moments, and I thought they were fine.
What are we tipping for Harry's next girlfriend / boyfriend / whatevs? Like, where is he going?
Pete Davidson.
Well, Pete and the Magic Pete.
What?
Pete and his Magic Peen. He's dating Emily
Emirata.
Yeah, that one. So...
I must admit, it's strange, but I haven't given any thought to where Harry's next stop
like,
would be.
where do you go strategically? Your Harry Styles, what's next?
It's weird to me that... I was going to say he hasn't really been with that many musos, but I suppose Taylor Swift.
I'm off Harry, so someone else want my ticket?
Oh, no, come on.
Get
Bullshit.
out.
No, let's hold her to it.
All right, fine. You're not coming.
Sure, fine, whatever.
Yeah, she's already sweating. I can see the fear, the flicker of fear in her eyes. She went out swinging. She regretted it.
All right, we're going to go away. We're going to come back, and we have a bunch of emsolator questions. Emsolators have recorded themselves asking us questions, and we're going to answer them. I don't know the questions, and you don't know the questions, and Chella doesn't know the questions. So it's going to be a surprise when we hear them.
Okay.
They won't be anything like my questions to you.
I'm really glad you weren't here for them. Don't ever listen.
All right, that's coming up next, the Q&A portion of our 200th episode. Oh, welcome back to our 200th episode where we're giving you 200 minutes of emsolation. And right now, it's the Q&A portion. I was very professional then.
It was. I felt like I was in a telethon. That's what this feels like. We're just going to keep going.
It does feel like a telethon.
Yeah.
We're going to the Q&A portion. We put the call out to the emsolators. Marcella is here joining us.
Hello.
She'll be the adjudicator of truth. So if I specifically, because she wouldn't do that to you.
Is she going to read the questions to us as well?
Well, we have... Our listeners have recorded themselves.
Oh, this is so good.
Okay.
The technology is really improved.
Ramped it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So basically we had lots and lots actually emailed through. They recorded themselves on their phone and their voice memos, sent it through. I haven't heard the questions. You haven't heard the questions. Chella doesn't know the questions. So we're going to be hearing them for the first time. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So let the Q&A begin. Our first question comes from Emsolator Annika.
Hi, Em and Michael. Happy 200 episodes. It's Annika from Melbourne. My question is, do you guys ever get sick of each other? Your friendship seems to be the most amazing, and I just wonder, are there ever any arguments? Thank you.
No. But I would say as well that my experience, particularly this past year, has felt like that it feels like weirdly... We certainly don't get as much time as you would imagine to hang out at each other's houses or anything like that because we're both so busy all the time.
But we hang out here all the time.
We do, but it's very activity photos. The real test would be if we
We could live together. We go on holiday because you and I both
no, that's the weird thing. We've travelled. So we've done the biggest test.
Yeah.
We've travelled with children.
We're both happy to sit side by side scrolling on our phones.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the easiest thing. Like, neither of us care if the other's not particularly paying attention.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah. I mean, we'd be fine if another person just fell asleep. In
Well,
fact, we'd be
that
happy
has
for them.
happened. You've done that.
Many times. Sometimes there's this whole big thing about, well, watch this movie. Come round to my house, yeah. And then I'll sit on the couch and it's like,
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Which is lovely because you want your best friend to feel comfortable to fall asleep on your couch.
Yes.
So, nah.
But that's sickening.
No, it's good. Because the only fight we've ever had was we've had two weirdnesses. One was everyone knows was around Madonna and your husband.
No, hang on. We didn't have a fight over that. I had a fight with my husband over that. But you and I were fine.
I did say to you, I don't know that I would recover well if you picked Adrian.
But I didn't. So.
I know, but there was a moment where you were not sure.
Mm.
And I was devastated that you were even, torn about it. I just thought to me it was so obvious.
There's also sometimes if something tense comes up, my strategy is to go in. Let's just talk it through. Let's talk it through. Whereas you have slightly more of a trait of, I will withdraw and
Only with you. Anyone else, I'll tear their face off in the moment. You know that, right, Chella? If something annoys me on the spot with family, with you, I go, right? You can say.
You build.
Okay.
But what about, do you reckon your mum can
build.
go to a silent place occasionally? If she's angry, will she go silent on someone?
She goes silent for, I don't know, but in our house, she'll have her first outburst and she'll slam the door, go into her room.
Right. Get more content, get more build.
Yeah, then she'll build in there and then she'll come back out maybe 20 seconds later.
Oh, good, huh? Yeah.
And she'll just start pacing the house and aggressively putting things away
It's
and
true.
muttering under her breath but not really muttering. It's very pointed that she wants us all to know
I'm backing
what
this
is
in.
going on.
I agree. Yeah, and
then maybe one more really big outburst and then into her room for solitude.
Oh, yeah, always into my room for solitude. But I don't hold it against you. We're fine in an hour or two and we'll go shopping or something.
I love that you can forecast it like a weather person.
I don't hold grudges against the family. Not against you and Odie. Your dad I've been holding a grudge for 20-odd years, but that's okay. You don't feel like I punish you for weeks on end if we have a crossword, do you?
No.
Thank you. Okay. That's a good question. I like that.
Good question. I mean, I sometimes, I often get questions about this.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel bad because...
We just love each other.
But also...
And we're very similar.
Yeah, but it's so many combinations of things because also, we're similar in good ways and different in good ways. But then in addition to that, we have so many points of connection that it's almost ridiculous. Like our parents worked in the same place. We grew up in the same area, went to the same school. We ended up working in the same industry, but in sort of complementary but different areas.
We never have to compete.
Yes. And yet we have stacks of common experiences and even people we work with that are common and everything like that. And part of me feels like, it's weird. It's weird how many.
It's destined.
You could have 2 of the 5 things, but to have all 5, I know, it's weird.
I say all the time, you're one of the great love stories of my life.
Aww.
Well, you are. You
No,
are.
It's true. I know.
We are
it's
each
amazing.
other's
We're
greatest...
we're like Hillary and Cece,
We
except
are.
no one's going to
dying.
die. And also we're not going to have the long, absence broken by the looks like a flamingo fur up in here moment. Although that was beautiful.
All right. Thank you, Annika. Moving on to the next question. Coming in from Emsolator as you open your...
What drink is that?
What have you got?
I've gone the old-fashioned.
Oh.
Because, that was the best.
We love that curative. We love a curative. Here we go. Dorothy, take it away.
Hi, Em and Michael. My name's Dorothy. Hashtag that's not my real name. I have a question for Em. I know you say always that you're a gay man trapped in the body of a lesbian, but I want to know if you have ever questioned your sexuality. The reason I ask is because I'm married to a man, not always happily, and always thought I was heterosexual, but after seeing you live in Sydney this year, it occurred to me that maybe I'm not heterosexual
This is the best
at all,
question.
because I found you hot as. So, Em, my question, have you ever been attracted to a woman? Because I would totally do you.
Oh, that's my favourite question ever.
So many layers.
Hi, Em and Michael.
Hi, gay.
Dorothy, thank you.
Have I ever been attracted to a woman?
She's visibly blushing.
I'm desperately trying to... I'm sure I have. Have I? Who have I said's hot? I'm not against it. Who have I been attracted to? I tell you who I think is handsome. Michelle Obama. Nah, I just liked her arms. I've never questioned my sexuality. I've questioned where I sit on the gender spectrum, certainly. I've said this before. I think if non-binary was around in the early 90s, I probably would have been comfortable identifying as that because I think I have equal amounts of traditional feminine and masculine energy. I think that's why gay men are my preferred companions because of the feminine and masculine energies. There's equal parts. I'm just trying to think. Nah.
No, you've always said
she
peen.
loves the peen.
Yeah.
She loves the cock. She's a cock destroyer. Her cock.
Yeah. Oh.
Weirdly to me, you've.
I'm absolutely not a cock destroyer. I saw a thing that said before the age of 30, most women will have slept with 1,000 men. Right?
Everyone saw that.
1,000 men.
Shit.
That's a fucking lie.
I'm so behind.
Can
That's
that be?
so
No.
exhausting.
No.
It can't be true.
1,000 times.
You're in trouble.
Not
You're
1,000.
in for a strong
Fuck
8
off.
years.
That's like a new guy a day.
No, it's not 1,000 men. It would be 1,000 times. There's no way it would be 1,000 men.
All I'm saying is...
No, incorrect. 1,000 times.
You better buy yourself some canisters and lube because you're going to make that 1,000. Woo!
Can I just say, you have expressed a desire to have the desire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be a late-in-life lesbian. Some
Do you know
point.
the weird thing for me is I genuinely can't imagine what it's like to not be able to summon any attraction for one of the genders because it's just...
You're both. You love both.
Yeah, but there's one clear winner, generally.
What?
Yeah.
I think...
but yeah, no, it's really weird for me because but even when gay guys talk about how, I just can't even, like, I kiss a woman, I feel like, it's all just...
Oh, no, I can think of one.
Oh, no.
No.
I know who you're talking about. We were both like, yes, would do her. Not creepy at all.
What's
Shrill?
Shrill.
Yeah.
There's a show called Shrill, and that actor, that non-binary actor, AFAB,
Yeah.
non-binary actor,
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck my language up, attracted to them.
what's their
Also
name?
attracted to the female comedian with short hair, May, English girl.
Feel good.
Canadian girl, the girl from Feel Good, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Do you know her? So I think I'm attracted to...
Who's actually non-binary now too.
Yeah, I'm attracted to the more... do we use the word butch anymore? Is butch okay? I don't know. Is butch a okay term to use about a woman? I don't know. Do you know I learnt what fishy means?
I'm
Do you know I
half
learnt
that old-fashioned in, so I'm going to say it's okay.
Did you know that the word... Did you know when drag queens use the term fishy, do you know it's really offensive to women?
Oh, of course it is.
I didn't even click. Did you know, James? Nah. James and I are massive drag queen fans. Drag race fans.
Course it... Oh.
I had no idea.
Oh,
so all
it's
the really
gross.
hot
Yeah,
queens,
it's misogynist.
they call themselves fishy. We're a fishy queen.
Sorry, I'm interrupting again. This was the photo that we were like, their name's Emily.
Hot.
Would date Emily.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Dorothy, there is one actor, but to my side quest, I didn't realise that fishy was referring to the smell of a woman's vagina, which obviously is bacterial vaginosis, as we've discussed. I learnt that on the weekend. Didn't know that. So to answer your question, Dorothy, not really, but I have found myself attracted to non-binary folk who were AFAB.
Do you know what's... While we're on this subject,
Yeah.
one thing that's been really fascinating me at the moment, weirdly at the moment, I hate to bring it back to myself. No, but
Please
the
do.
newsreader is, there are all these new people watching it because of Sam Reid, like all these people are online.
Yeah.
And one thing that really intrigues me is that a lot of women weirdly have a lot of lust for him, both as mostly as Lestat, but also they're all watching him as Dale. And the number of them that are sort of saying, he's my bi husband, I need to find myself a bi husband. And what's so fascinating to me about that is I felt like growing up that if a guy indicated any attraction to a man, then all women would not want to go near him, that was poison.
Oh, no.
But it feels like people are really claiming like I would prefer it.
Me too.
Really?
I'd have no issue if Scott all of a sudden said I'd like to...
You just want to watch?
I don't even know if I'd want to watch. Just be like, good for you, babe.
Good for you.
Can I hang out with the person and other times when you're not doing whatever you're doing? I wouldn't be mad.
No, I was very happy to see it.
My bi husband. That sounds like it'd be a stunning movie for Hallmark.
I would watch it.
My bi
That's
husband.
the show we should write.
Yes.
My bi husband.
Sure. All right. Moving on to the next question. Thank you, Dorothy, for your question. This one comes in from Emsolator Jody.
Hi, my name's Jodie and I'm from Brisbane. I've been a listener since the episode where Em announced that you guys were going to be a Spotify original. I have listened to every episode since and also inflict it often upon my family as well, who all now love it as well. I would love to know, Michael, could you ask Em a question that is going to send her off on an amazing side quest, something that we may not have heard before on the podcast, that she's just going to go into complete hyperfixation and tell us all about everything about this subject. I know that you will know the question to ask. Thanks so much.
No pressure.
Well, you have to help him. Have you already got something? Go on, just ask.
I mean, the thing that would make you... It would be... The thing that would make... I know what sends you onto side quests and hyperfixation is when you have to rank things like... So if I said to you something like, you have to rank in order Beyonce's top 3 best looks.
No.
You would... Yeah. No, well, come on. It would be a long process,
No, but
right?
I'd also need visuals.
Okay.
I would need
fuck.
to... You know what I mean? Like, I would need visuals. I would need to discuss, what led her into that era, because Beyonce always leads directly off something big in her life happening, and that reflects in the costuming and the story she wants to tell. So, to do it justice, I would need a PowerPoint presentation.
Okay,
Don't
of course.
make me, do this without visuals. Just pick something else.
Oh, God.
Come
What
on.
is going to send you on the biggest side quest?
Tell her.
Oh, no, I'm thinking about the outfits in Black is King. My favourite one
Oh
is
my
her
God,
in the
the leopard
desert.
parade.
No, desert
Oh.
and da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh, the mesh. It's silver mesh.
And it's got tangly.
For me, it's the leopard print limo.
Yeah,
the Rolls Royce. So they roll up to that mansion. All the kids
It's kind
are
of all those, I would...
so iconic. It's no bad looks. She doesn't do bad looks. The only bad looks Beyonce did was House of Darion when her mother was making all the costumes, when Tina was hand sewing all the Destiny's Child outfits at House of Darion. And she always mentioned, every time she'd hear it in a song, I'd hear it in a song, I'd be like, oh, that's really nice because those clothes are balls. So ever since then, Tina stepped out of the fashion arena and Beyonce's gone off on her own and just killing it.
All right. You have to tell me which famous diva you can pick, you can live their career trajectory. So you've got Bet, you've got Cher, you've got Madge, you've got Beyonce. Whose life and career do you most want to take?
It's hard because, you don't want... I just feel like Bet was before her time.
Yeah.
I think Gaga's having the trajectory Bet would have had if Bet was now. But I do love that Bet started in, the gay bathhouses. What a start.
What a
and, Beaches was the ultimate movie. When Whitney got Bodyguard, Beaches, CC Bloom, and Bet for her. You don't want Whitney's trajectory.
What do you think?
Maybe Barbara's.
Barbara.
Because Barbara has had the most control over what she's done. And I think ended up the happiest. I don't think we've ever seen meltdown diva Barbara.
Never. She's never been messy.
Yeah, I feel like Barbara's always been extremely calculating and does what she wants when she wants to do it. And this woman got on stage and sung with herself, 3 versions of herself. She's directed and written and starred.
She's called the shot.
That's, I think, the one I want.
And also she has her own private shopping mall under her house.
Correct. She has a tea garden. She has a tea house.
And also she freely admits I don't like to work. I just want to hang out at home in my garden with my dogs most of the time, and then occasionally I'll put out something fabulous and then go back. Also...
And the fandom, she has a self-sustaining universe, which is what I'm trying to build towards, in that it doesn't matter what really pop culture thinks of you. You've got the hardcores that will always show up. You don't have to change and bend and yield. You just got...
She doesn't, and also she does not go with what is popular at the time.
Madonna, on the other hand, reinvents all the time, likes to work with the newest, the latest, the hottest. I feel like obviously Madge is my number one, but I feel like it would be exhausting being Madge because she's always trying to keep up. She's not aging. She's still bleaching her eyebrows and getting the thread lifts, and this woman's in her 60s, and I just want to think when I'm in my 60s, I'm Barbara in a cream sweater with my dogs and my nails in my tea house, drinking tea, going shopping in my private shopping mall, doing podcasts with people and just doing whatever the fuck I want. Whereas Madge is still seems thirsty and hungry and looking and searching.
I feel like Barbara's happiest in her personal life too.
Oh, I mean, wouldn't you be?
Yeah, Brolin, good get.
Man.
Good get.
Yes.
Yeah, and she's got a gay son, beautiful. I mean...
There you go.
Yeah.
Gay son. Hot.
James Brolin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Josh
think-
Brolin is her stepson.
and compare-
I mean, Bet has been married to the one German guy
True.
the entire time, but we don't know who he is.
No.
It's a bit of a Dolly situation.
Oh, don't want to be Dolly. I don't want to get ribs removed.
Yeah.
But she's the most beloved. I would say Dolly Parton is the most beloved. Like,
But I reckon that is partially because she has never, she's never been pushed into endorsing
A stance.
a stance. Yeah, I mean, she has in some ways.
I think she has a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, but she's never, for example, said who she's going to vote for, whereas Barbara, every single time. She is staunch Democrat, progressive, and
Yeah.
she will never let that go. And so there is an element of America that will always hate her, whereas Dolly is a
True.
happy, sunshiny
True.
person for all seasons.
No, yeah. So my answer to your question is Barbara.
Wow. There we go.
No, I keep going to press my sound effects and they're not there. Okay, next question. We're moving on to Emsolator Ali.
Hey Em and Michael, it's Ali here with my quickie question for your 200th episode, which is, if you could design and name your own Care Bear, what would it be?
Wow.
Did you have a Care Bear?
Yes, several.
I didn't, but that was because I was trapped in a heteronormative world.
Can we just revisit the Care Bear theme song?
Care Bears countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who's that coming from somewhere up in the sky? Moving fast and bright as a firefly. Just when you think the trouble's gonna pounce, who's gonna be there when it really counts? Do that Care Bears countdown and send a wish out through the air. And send a wish out through the air. Just do that Care Bears countdown. Just when you need them, they'll be there. Just when you need them, they'll be there. Don't be afraid when clouds are brewing in your heart. If you can dream, just send a wish out in the dark and do that Care Bears countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, well, yeah, I feel like, can you answer this? I feel like you're not equipped.
Well, I feel like I don't understand, should I be naming my Care Bear for a quality that I feel like I need in my life? Like, do I need funshine? Do I need sweet dreams?
Well, no, I think I would, my Care Bear would be Bitch Bear.
Bitch Bear.
I would design Bitch Bear. She'd be leopard print.
Yeah.
And her catchphrase would be, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Good for her. Good for her, Bear.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love a good for her bear.
Yeah.
Just going out, just fucking tossing out, good for her.
Yeah.
Just yelling at people on the street.
Yeah.
Good for you.
She's slightly lubricated, but she's affectionate.
Always drunk.
A good kind of drunk.
What do I yell out when we run past women exercising? What do I yell out the window at them?
Didn't we just do this?
No, but what do I say? What do I say when we drive past women exercising?
I don't know.
I scream out.
What is her iconic quote, Chella?
Yeah, fuck you. I yell, get it, girl.
Ah.
Always.
Do you?
Yes. When I see a woman who's just out there pounding the pavement, I'm like, fucking...
Get it, girl.
Because she's carved out a moment in her day.
Sure.
To do some exercise.
Yeah.
Would that be frightening that I'm doing that?
Yeah, our bears would look so different, wouldn't they? Yours would be like, it is frightening.
It would be a drag queen bear.
And if you're a podgy middle-aged man, it would just not go well, as we've noted.
Yeah.
But from you, it's probably fine.
What would your bear be?
It'd probably be really annoying. Like, it would
Devil's
be...
advocate bear. Oh, to be fair.
Devil's advocate bear.
To be fair bear.
Equivocating bear. That's pretty good.
To be fair bear.
Yeah.
It would be. To be fair bear.
Mm.
He'd be super impartial.
Mm.
Oh, let's hear both sides. To be fair. Let's try and resolve this. Let's not launch into a lifelong vendetta against their family. Let's resolve it.
Boring.
Well, let's move on. Let's get over it. Let's not acknowledge it and forget it. Oh my God.
And he'd be wearing like a sort of like a
It'd be
nice,
beige.
earthy sort of suede
He
or
wore
something.
the same shirt 2 weeks in a row. Like, honestly, people will think that James and I are not making new content. So slack.
She made me take it off.
Luckily, I bought him a necklace and a T-shirt because I knew.
Luckily.
I just knew. Yeah, so yours would be To Be Fair Bear.
Okay.
Beige.
Oh, at least put him in some nice sort
Got no
of
backbone,
autumnal
be really
browns.
floppy. It'd be like a flaccid penis.
Oh!
You put Chibi Fairbear on the desk. What do I always say? If you stand for nothing, Burr, what do you fall for? You can't even finish my Hamilton sentence.
No, well, I don't want to support the
This
ethos.
this can. That's the colour of Chibi Fairbear, baby.
It is, actually. That is what I think he'd look like.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Not Bitch Bear. Woo!
Bitch Bear. That is so true.
Bitch Bear's
that's our Care
slogan.
Bears.
Get it, girl. Good for her.
Your one will sell a lot more bears.
No P.
Yeah.
God, yes. But in the end, your one will have a better career.
But my one
Because he's
will...
a man and he's white and he
My
toes
one,
the
people will
line.
hug it late at night for more decades.
My one will...
Your one will be in the hard rubbish collection.
My one will have a
before too long.
detachable head. And if you want to leave it somewhere as a warning, you can. Vendetta Bear.
It's a good name, catchy name.
All right, moving on. Next question comes from Emsolator Michelle.
Hi, Em and Michael. Michelle here from Bathurst in New South Wales.
Down your
Just
country.
wanted to say congratulations on your 200th episode. And I have a question for you. What song would make the best theme music for you? Love you guys. Bye.
Golden Girls, thank you for being a friend. Is that what you were going to say?
For the two of us.
Yeah.
It's pretty unbeatable.
That would be our theme song. Or...
You
what am I
also
thinking?
always put just the two of us. We can make it if we try. You
I
always
just go to
put that
Will
up.
Smith, and now that's all
Yeah.
tainted.
What's the other song that's us? Come on. You'll get it. First song we sung together when you found me in Perth. We went driving late at night and we were both sad and we put it on in the car and we sung it together.
Was it A Whole New World?
Yep.
Yep. It would have to be Disney.
Our theme song would be a mega mix of A Whole New World and Thank You for Being a Friend. Pretty much.
My love is more for a part of your world than A Whole New World. I for me, that's the more
we did that one
emotionally
too.
evocative song.
Look
Of
at this
course we
stuff.
did. We also did Be Our Guest.
Oh, we did.
Actually, I think...
You did Be Our Guest for
Yeah,
the girls, fully
that's right.
choreographed.
Well, I made up the choreography as
They
I
didn't
went.
know.
Okay.
Still to this day, she had no idea.
Thought I rehearsed.
We don't like Beauty and the Beast.
What?
We can't.
What?
He literally, she develops, weird obsession with her captor. And also, the Beast was hotter than the Prince.
Why?
I was so upset.
You got into 365 D&I. What's the difference?
Well, it is real life. Again, let's talk about it. What is the difference? Why does my feminism leave my body when a hot 20-year-old bloke comments on my ass? But if someone who looks like the Beast... No, let me finish my thought. When I would watch it, I thought the Beast was hotter than the Prince.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, but we already established this, that you have bestiality and you like Mufasa.
That's
and
right.
You want to be
can you imagine if
like
they
a
just had?
wildebeest.
Imagine if Beauty and the Beast had Mufasa in the Beast role. You would game
Take me,
over
lock
for
me in a
Em.
cage,
Yeah,
throw away the
you'd
key.
be watching it
I don't care.
non-stop.
I'm there. What do you want me to do? Paint your nails? Brush your fur? Plait your tail?
Just
whatever.
lie back, spread eagle.
What family? I don't remember. Okay, now you've taken it too far. Now there's a visual.
That was too far.
You've crossed the line. You've crossed the line now. No, I can't make eye contact with my Mufasa statue in the corner.
I know, it's what we're looking at.
All right, good. We did that one quickly. That's good. Okay, moving on to Emsolator Cassie.
Hi, Em and Michael. This is Cassie from Melbourne. I just want to say thank you for keeping my brain distracted for 199 episodes. I have listened to every single one and can't wait for episode 200. Now, I want to know, if the two of you were to write a musical together, a full-blown musical, what would it be about? And who would you get to support Em, who would obviously be in the lead role, in this musical? Thanks so much.
Oh, that's a good one. That's my favourite one.
Okay.
It's my
It
favourite
would
question.
obviously be about a fabulous woman.
Thank you.
Fabulous but conflicted woman.
Thank you, yeah.
And obviously, her co-star would need to be a patient gay man. But unfortunately, they would also need to have pitch and the ability to sing. So who's
Paul
in that
Rudd
category?
would play-
Lyndon Collins Watts would play mine.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yep. He's currently playing Burr in Hamilton.
Yep.
He would be my side, my supporting.
Vocally, will he match you well?
Oh, yes. Have you heard Lyndon sing?
I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour, yeah, baby. You're my savior when I fall, yeah. And you may not think that I care for you. Well, you know deep down inside, I really do. Yeah, and it's me you need to show.
Holy shit.
Okay, yeah.
He's incredible.
Right. It'd be set in the 90s, I
Yeah.
feel, because that was really our era.
Perfect.
It would probably, I feel like
What's
it
our
would,
storyline? Like, what's our pull through? What's our arc?
I think it's something to do with the blue light disco. I really do. I feel like it's
Phoenix
there's
rising
echoes
from
of
the ashes
Xanadu.
too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we open at a blue light disco. That's opening scene on everyone's
Yeah,
on roller skates.
totally.
And I'm playing all ages. It's fine. Barbara
Yeah.
did it. I can do it.
Totally. Stockyard Channing. I mean, how old
Hello?
was she when she did Rizzo? 40 or something.
Playing 13-year-old M. I'm playing 40-year-old M.
Yeah.
Yeah. And each act, 3 acts, 2 intervals.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to go have like the prosthetics and stuff put on in between mine.
Okay, of course.
Yeah, aging up, aging down.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we've got first act. It's the 90s. It's like disco. It's
It's just
establishing.
basically, it's got to be something about a woman discovers her voice and her fabulousness.
Is it
That's
like Try
basically
Hard
it.
the musical? Is this what we're doing? My autobiography?
Could be.
Yeah.
We did do, we
Enters
once
into
started
reality.
to write Fag Hag the musical, do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Mm.
It's still there.
Still there.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll write something eventually. I told you I'm going to finish my fiction book, so you'll be getting sent that shortly to turn into a screenplay. So fucking clear out your 2025, please. So yeah, the musical, and ultimately it is a Phoenix Rising from the Ashes story.
It is.
Yeah, and what's the final closing number? What's the closing number? Where are we? Where do we end up? Where does the story of this fabulous
they choose each other, obviously.
Yeah.
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 And they win.
Michael
They're the
/ Wyndham.
outcast, but in the end,
We're the winners.
they're more successful than everyone else.
And all those people.
And they end up somewhere fabulous.
Palm Springs.
But not in a conventional heteronormative
There's a gin
situation.
fountain. There's flamingos in our front yard.
Yeah.
It's like Sunset Boulevard, but not sad.
Yeah.
That scene.
And it's something about this was ultimately the greatest love story.
Yeah. And fun.
Writes itself.
Fun. There you go. That's for free, everybody. All right, here we go. Emsolated Casey.
Hey, Em and Michael. This is Casey, and I am from Canberra. Long-time listener, long-time follower. My question for both of you is, if you had to listen to the same song for the rest of your life on repeat, what would it be?
What would yours be?
Like a Prayer.
Yeah.
I've never got sick
Perfect
of it.
song.
Never. From the first second I've heard it until now, it's just been consistent. I kind of feel that way about Crazy in Love as well. Like I've never had a time where I'm like, well, why is this being played?
Yeah.
I'm just always ready for it.
Yep.
Chella?
Do I do Stevie Wonder?
Which one,
Do I do?
Oh, do I do? Oh, sorry.
God, Michael.
Sorry, I thought you meant do I pick Stevie Wonder?
It's
Sorry, go ahead.
mine. What do I always put on? What's my go-to song? I have so many. I have music on all the time.
I feel like it's Shaka Khan or something.
Oh, Ain't Nobody.
Yeah.
Hundo P. I listen to that 40 times. My Spotify Wrapped will have Shaka Khan. It'll be Siren Head. Siren Head's chasing me in the dark. His sirens trying to reach my heart. Why do I feel so blind tonight? Yeah. And Elio sings it like this. Siren heads chasing me in the dark. He also does twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's what he does now. So I think that's going to be number 1 on Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
And then it'll be Shaka Khan. Ain't
I'm
Nobody.
really looking forward to Spotify Wrapped this year.
Mine's going to be fucking bonkers. I
love it when there's a surprise.
I'm scared. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a lot of Siren Head in there.
I think Shaka's a good pick because you can listen to it sad or happy and it speaks to you.
I'm just going to get a bit up. Like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
just when I hear these opening...
She sang it at my wedding, by the way.
No,
everyone.
it's the...
Isn't that what you...
No, the opening thing is... No.
Okay,
no.
go.
The
Play
opening is... There's like a little digital trill, and then the yeah. Let me just give you a little bit. Shaka won't mind. It's okay. Why can't I find my Spotify?
She won't see you.
Ah, she won't mind. You're right. Ain't Nobody. True. It would have been either that or anything Stevie, because I listen to Stevie Wonder.
Jill Scott Golden.
Yeah, I do listen to that a lot.
Gotta Be Real. Sherilyn.
No. Also, I've been listening to a lot of Luther.
Lauryn Hill.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't choose one from that album. That's a whole masterpiece.
You know that?
Oh, it's coming.
Wait. Can I sing this at your wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We should put out the video of you singing it.
We can.
Oh.
What a song! Oh, I really want to do this at the live show. It's not 90s.
I like your commitment to the theme.
Chella?
No.
Oh, my God. So good. When did Ain't Nobody come out? I feel like I want to say 89. I feel like I wouldn't
no.
I wouldn't be that far off, would I?
No, what are you talking?
Just do it. When did it come out? 83. Maybe I'll just do it. No, the band will kill me. I make them do it every tour. That's a good question. Thank you. Did everyone answer? Yeah. Okay, moving on to final question from Emsolator Tammy.
Hello, Michael, Chella, Ben, Jem, and everyone else that makes Emsolation, the podcast that is definitely going to be my most listened to on my Spotify Wrapped this year. I first up want to say thank you so much for being the light in my week every Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know what I would have done without you guys for the last 2 and a bit years. So congratulations on 200 episodes and thank you. I guess given this was a podcast created out of isolation, I would love to know from both of you what you think the future is for Emsolation. What does 2023 look like? And yeah, how do we get to be a part of that? Thank you again. All the best and happy 2023.
It's almost like my executive producer, a radio veteran of 35 years.
Put that last.
Put these questions in order.
Yeah. I just want to point out to everyone
how he views.
I'm seeing a list of buttons that does have a precise order. Tammy is last.
It's almost like he knew, like he's got years under his belt of crescendoing listener questions. Okay, well, what do you think?
What do I think? Well, I look, 2023 brings with it good things, mainly that I will not be in production for literally half the year, which would be delightful. The complicated thing is I'm also intending to travel overseas, but that's that could be great for the podcast. Who knows? Maybe that'd be amazing. I wonder whether you're going to do more live things because when we've done that and just been like, look, basically, I think the time that we did the last big Emsolation like live thing in front of an audience.
Got COVID.
You got COVID. That is absolutely true. That was the negative. The positive was you didn't have to write an entire show. You just got up there and were spontaneous and you loved it. But then since then, I've just been in production. I couldn't even contemplate it or anything like that. But I feel like that might make a comeback somehow.
Maybe.
I feel like you've really cracked open the bringing in of guests. And so I feel like there's going to be a lot of guests, famous and or otherwise. Yeah, those are my top predictions. What do you think?
Well,
you're the one that's actually. I mean, I love it how
we're going to do a refresh of studio, so we'll be seeing something different when we come back next year in terms of just
This is like
it's a bit
classic.
temporary.
As Em well knows, I've lived in my house for 11 years now. Nothing's changed, and it kills her every single time. She's been in this space for, is it a year yet?
Nearly.
And already we're changing everything.
No, because when we come back for the season 4 or whatever it is, 3, refresh. Like people have been looking at our background. I've been looking at our background. So we're just gonna up the ante in the studio. We're going to have a TV studio set up next year so we can, you and I, in fact, do more lives from the comfort of our own set. And I just want to keep growing the community. I really want to turn this into a whole universe. I'm noticing, especially within the Facebook group and especially with all the feedback I get, that it is becoming a part of people's lives. Like, I love the idea of old school community and a lot of people coming on their own to our live show in 2 weeks and making friends as adults is hard and you and I are facilitating that. So also facilitating people to have fun and remember what it was to be a youth in our 90s. And we're not dead and we're only halfway. In
the 90s, by the way.
The 90s, not...
We're not immortal.
No. But I think for me, the idea is I really want to do more podcast making under the umbrella of Down the Hill. So I'm definitely going to make something around autism and ADHD next year that's separate to emsolation. But the idea is just to keep growing it because this is all new territory for podcasting. But it's not just going to be a podcast. It's going to be a TV channel and, a variety of different things. But the goal is for me to keep growing it by myself. Not in terms of,
Not even ironically, cannot wait for the theme park. Can you imagine?
but
Dollywood.
You joke. I have on the dream board.
I do joke in the sense that it's obviously not coming next year, but
it's not a theme park, but I do want the emsolation.
It's a spatial experience
version of a music festival. I want a 4-day festival where people come and they glamp and we have great bands and we have nap tents and we have wine.
Chill out room that just plays Beaches on a loop.
Correct. There's movie rooms. It's just a space where people can come for 4 days and just be in their community like a cult. I'm basically describing a cult.
Yeah.
But I do love the idea of I really want to go and do music festivals, but I don't want to get like dusty and dirty and like have to be in a mosh pit.
You want space.
Yes.
And some quiet time.
Yes. And art. And crafts and scream therapy and smashing plates and breaking things and like costume changes and makeovers and montages and people can come and film their own fashion montage, whatever. That's what I want. But to do that, we have to grow much bigger. All right, well, that concludes question time. I don't have my sound effects. This is killing me. Thank you, everyone who sent in a question. Coming up next is some more of Emsolation's 200th episode. We'll be right back.
Still to come, Em and Michael act out a Hallmark Christmas movie created by a bot.
Welcome back to Emsolation's 200th episode where we're giving you 200 minutes of top quality content. Oh, God. It's Christmas movie season. Now, we've talked about the ultimate Christmas movie before. Everybody, think about it. What is the best Christmas movie ever? Go.
3, 2, 1.
A
Falling
Mum for Christmas.
You're not serious. Die Hard.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
You are so boring. That is not a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
You don't even believe that. You just said that because hetero boys bullied you once.
No.
I don't believe.
It's a great movie.
I am not arguing that Die Hard isn't a great movie. I'm saying it's not a Christmas movie. It's not. It's not.
Okay.
Hey, do you know what a bachelor's briefcase is?
No.
It's a roast chook. Yeah, it won phrase of the year in Macquarie Dictionary. So that's funny. When a dude is carrying a roast chook, it's called a bachelor's briefcase.
I don't know what's happening right now. What do you like an actual roast chook or his penis?
I just really
because I thought about heterosexual men bullying you, and then I thought about how I read today that...
Wait, so if you're walking around holding an actual roast chook...
Bachelor's briefcase.
Who walks around just holding a...
Sad dudes who just go home and eat roast chicken with their hands.
It made me hungry. It did make me hungry.
All right, I get it.
Yeah,
I'm also partial to Bush Christmas with Nicole.
I'm sorry about your sacred place. I didn't know.
I don't think I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
A Mum for
What's
Christmas.
their first role?
Olivia Newton-John. Sorry. It's superior.
Where do you actually stand on Love Actually?
It's
No.
rubbish, terrible,
Incorrect.
misogynist film, bad.
Wrong.
I agree with all of that, and
Gross.
yet I will always watch it.
No.
Mean
Always.
Girls.
I
Is
watched
that a
it once
Christmas
and I only need to
They
see it once.
do the Christmas thing in it.
Jingle bell,
Which
jingle bell. Lindsay brought back in Falling for Christmas. You haven't watched Falling for Christmas
No.
yet.
You haven't watched...
What?
Don't Worry, Darling.
That's not a Christmas movie.
That doesn't
and that does
apply
not ironically kick off a renaissance. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I love a radio play. I love to do some sound effects. And Ben Wasley, our EP, came across something that he felt you and I could apply our acting skills to. And Marcella can play the role of narrator.
Okay.
So a person by the name of Patty Keaton, who's written for The New Yorker, Marvel, The Onion, Comedy Central, blah, 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 forced a bot to watch over 1,000 hours of Hallmark Christmas movies and then said to the bot, you have to write a Hallmark Christmas movie of your own. I have the first page of the script.
Yep.
You've got your script. I will be playing the role of single mother and you will be playing the role of businessman. Chella will be the scene setter. Okay, so Chella, you'll be reading the bolded words.
Yes, big print.
Okay. What are you checking on your phone?
Sorry, I thought of something else, but don't worry.
What are you doing? Pay attention.
Okay.
What did you think of?
You're thinking of Christmas movies.
I thought of more content.
What?
Well, while we're doing this, I suddenly remembered my favourite ever French and Saunders thing, which is when they found a mistranslated Madonna interview that was hilarious, and they performed as the interviewer and Madonna, but reading. So it was an interview conducted in English, translated to Hungarian, and then translated back, and it went wrong. And I did think that we could read that out afterwards if you need more content.
Yeah, let's do that. We do need more content.
Yeah.
Ben, can you print that out?
Everything is content.
Okay. Here we go.
The Christmas...
Wait. Okay, got to let Zeke. He's got to put in stuff. Okay, go.
The Christmas on Christmas. Interior, small town, snow globe refillery. We see a single mother refilling snow globes with Christmas juice. She is widow. Her husband died in... Her husband died in every war.
I'm going to make a strong character choice here, okay?
Oh, no. She's going to be a Southern Belle. I just know it.
I refill.
I knew it.
Britney Jean Spears. I refill clothes better than Jesus' clothes. Yet still, my twins are dad free. Why? They need double dad.
Businessman enters the shop. He wears clothes that cost money. His hands are briefcases and he's Hallmark hot.
Hi, do your snow globes lack wet? Hurry.
Is this a porno?
Christmas attack soon.
And I just want to say it's Christmas for some reason. M-E-S-S.
Christmas. Businessman has flashback to when he was a business boy. A Christmas tree explodes his family on purpose. Fuck! He now hates trees and Christmas and explosions. He exits the flashback.
I think he's British, so I'm just going to go, shut your sound. I am from huge city. I bought your land and I am turning it into an oil resort.
Rude behaviour. This is a family business. I sell families.
Oh my God.
I am widow. My husband is now Bones.
Single mother points to her husband's bones.
In the corner of the room. That's what.
They are all gift wrapped in eggnog.
All of my wife's are bones. That is America. But I must make money for my twins to live. They are a prince.
I too own twins. Please don't have bought my land. Christmas is today.
Laugh. I bought Christmas and now it is never, unless we go on dates.
I cannot date because of a snow curse. I pray Santa helps me.
Santa cannot help. She did not know, but Santa was her husband. Santa is Bones. Bones help nobody.
I need to know more.
I'm so intrigued. But also, this makes me so happy because I hear about AI writing and it makes me think, am I going to be out of a job? And then I read this and I think, oh, I'm okay for a good while yet.
Still more solid than Falling for Christmas, I have to say.
Jesus.
That was incredible. Very funny. Oh, I enjoyed that. Okay.
Very funny.
Okay, all right. That was 7 minutes of content. We're gonna have a little break, come back, and what are we gonna redo? French and Saunders.
Yeah.
Okay, that was good.
It's
Christmas. All right, I'm gonna do a stop.
You're listening to Emsolation's 200th episode.
And we're back. Michael just said this is so niche. I can't believe we're doing this, but it's literally our podcast. Why we decided to do this thing.
Yeah.
So we could do ridiculous things. I'm just turning the aircon on because we're all dying. It won't go off.
Off.
So we've just come out of a stunning recreation of a Christmas bot-driven movie.
Yeah.
And you recalled what?
I recalled an interview with Madonna from the mid-90s when she was making Evita that was translated. She was in Budapest. And unfortunately, like, she had a language miscommunication with the interviewer. And so her answers had to be translated and then retranslated and back and forth. And then the final interview was completely nonsensical. And I do want to pay credit to French and Saunders, which is where I heard this. So I think we should just read. This was around the time she was filming Evita. She was freshly pregnant, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And so this interview went to print in Hungary. And it was retranslated. So
Okay.
I will be Blick, the interviewer.
Okay, and I will be Madonna.
Yeah, and she was in her she was trying to be a lady at this point. So you've got to bring a lady like she was moving on from the sex erotica era. She was trying to like prove that she could be like a Andrew Lloyd Webber lady.
But wait, which accent was she adopting? Russian, English, or American?
She was still American, but I reckon you could go English. She was moving into that phase.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for a
okay,
sec.
ready?
Did
All right,
she
here we
lose
go.
the fry? Because she's got a fry when she
yeah.
talks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you. Okay.
Madonna.
You have to put on the
Madonna.
accent.
I don't know how to do it. Madonna.
That's it.
Budapest says hello with arms that are spread-eagled. Did you have a visit here that was agreeable? Are you in good odor? You are the biggest fan of our young people who hear your musical productions and like to move their bodies in response.
Thank you for saying these compliments. Please stop with taking sensationalist photographs until I have removed my garments for all to see. This is a joke I have made.
Madonna, let's cut to the hunt. Are you a bold, hussy woman that feasts on men who are tops?
Yes. This is certainly something that brings to the surface my longings. In America, it is not considered to be mentally ill when a woman advances on her prey in a discotheque setting with hearty cocktails present. And there is a more normal attitude towards leather play toys that also makes my day.
Is this how you met Carlos, your love servant who is reputed? Did you know he was heaven sent right off the stick? Or were you dating many other people in your bed at the same time?
No, he was the only one I was dating in my bed then. So it is a scientific fact that the baby was made in my womb using him. But as regards these questions, enough. I am a woman and not a test mouse. Carlos is an everyday person who is in the orbit of a star who is being muscle trained by him, not a sex machine.
May we talk about your other baby, your movie then? Please do not be denying that the similarities between you and the real Evita are grounded in basis. Power, money, tasty food, Grammys, all these elements are afoot.
What is up in the air with you? Evita never was winning a Grammy.
Perhaps not. But as to your film, in trying to bring your reputation along a rocky road, can you make people forget the bad explosions of Who's That Girl and Shanghai Surprise?
I am a tip-top starlet. That is my job that I am paid to do.
Okay, here is a question from Left Space. What was your book slut? What was your book Slut about?
It was called Sex, my book.
Not in Hungary. Here, it was called Slut. How did it come to be published? Were you lovemaking with a man about town printer? Did you prefer making suggestive literature to fast-selling CDs?
These are different facets to my career highway. I am preferring only to become respected all over the map as a 100% artist.
There is so much interest in you in this geographic region, so I must ask these final questions. How many Hungarian men have you dated in bed? Are they number one? How are they comparing to Argentine men, who are famous for being tip-top as well?
Well, to avoid aggravating global tension, I would say it's a tie. No, I'm serious now. See here, I am working like a canine all the way around the clock. I've been too busy even to try the goulash that makes your country run for the record books.
Thank you for the candid chit-chat.
No problem, friend who is a girl. Oh, my God. But so you literally asked those questions, though, for them to be translated. Like, that was the vibe.
Yeah, she got some weird questions asked in that era.
That is amazing.
And there's footage of Australian interviews and they were the worst. They were terrible.
Good. Absolutely not. Okay, well, good. That filled 5 minutes. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back with more of Emsolation's 200 episode minutes. God, it's never going to end.
This is Emsolation's 200th episode.
Well, Michael, we're coming to the end of the 200 minutes of our 200th episode. A lot to reflect on. When I first asked you to do this podcast, your reaction was, what? Really? Me? You were really you didn't feel you were up for it.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you're the MC of weddings. You're the guy people ask to MC their wedding, chronically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't you think you could do this?
Well, yeah. I don't think I have an answer to that question even now. I don't know. I just sort of feel like I'm a preparer for what you want to say. It was the spontaneity factor. I just felt like my whole life is agonising over what should be said and preparing it and redrafting, putting out. The notion of you just say it and it's out there was terrible. Yeah, it felt wrong. But I think it's been good for me.
Mate, 200. Well, it's been good for you. It's been good for your TV shows.
Yes.
It's been good for your social media following.
Yes. Yeah.
It's been good. It's been good for both of us. It's been good for my mental health. It kept me going during the pandemic when all my work stopped. You didn't have to do it, but yet you stepped in and did it. So thank you for doing that.
Well, it's very relaxing for me. And I reiterate again, I really do just show up and she's prepared everything. I don't want anyone to imbue any kind of false credit on me. It's really...
Some would argue that suits us both.
It does. Yeah. Oh, no, I know it does. But it's still a good deal for me.
Because if I showed up to do something for you,
yeah,
I would expect to be able to walk in and it all to be... Because it's not my field.
Yeah.
You would have written the script. You and I would have prepped it. Everything. You would have arranged the set, the costuming. You do that for your actors. So
well, let me tell you, they still have some thoughts. Anyway, let's not.
As he sips on his second cocktail, things could get loosey-goosey. Hey, you have the actors coming up, more awards coming your way. What are you nominated for?
5 Bedrooms is nominated for Best Comedy Show, and also the goddess Doris Unane is nominated.
Have you seen her dress?
I haven't, but I do know the costume department were doing alterations on it, and I heard, is it amazing?
It's incredible.
So Chella has been working on the set of the final season of 5 Bedrooms, driving Doris around specifically.
Yeah, Doris doesn't have a license. Isn't that amazing?
No.
I love it.
I'd expect that.
Yeah.
But driving is beneath
beyond
her.
having exactly.
And I feel like Doris just wants to be able to have...
Actually, there's a reason.
Why?
Oh, is there?
Are you allowed to... Is this breaking NDAs?
No.
Okay.
Doris openly talks about it. She was in a very bad car accident when she was really young and broke her legs and... so she just doesn't drive.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Doris, in my honest opinion, can do whatever the fuck she wants.
But also
100%.
Billy rocks up, her husband, rocks up to set with his Gucci glasses and they've got a big truck and he just waits out the front for her and she and then they just drive off into the sunset.
They're a perfume ad, those two.
They are.
Flat out.
They're so hot.
They're middle-aged 365 D&I.
Yeah.
They really are.
But you don't understand the aesthetic that this couple has. I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the two of them. I don't know. They always look like they're about to walk onto the set of a Gucci shoot.
Gucci would be lucky to have them.
Truly.
Any hour of the day or night.
I've never been more obsessed with an aesthetic of a couple ever. I have to say it.
He once dyed his hair completely peroxide blonde and it still looked amazing.
You know, I'm doing that this week.
Well, you wanted me to do it.
Well, I'm doing it. I'm going peroxide blonde this week.
I thought you were going to keep that a secret.
Oh, shit. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell it for the 90s thing.
Yeah. No, also because I'm going to our version of the Met Gala. And GV Gala. So I wanted it to be a reveal.
Okay.
And then also for our show.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to do it too? You should. Let's just both do it. It's funny.
Okay.
I'll do yours though. We'll make sure you duck head. True to the times. Golden baby duck.
Yeah.
Oh. So you go into the actors and you revealed to me he dropped a bombshell. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Go on, drop the bombshell.
It felt like a betrayal.
Yeah, it is a betrayal.
Look, can I give some context?
Sure, fine.
Adrian was interested in going to shop for a suit.
First of all, that is the point in which I should have been alerted, phoned, tipped off.
Mm-hmm.
Could have met you there or dropped everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and by the way, Oh, my God. He found the best thing, but it was too expensive.
No such thing.
Oh,
You are too...
cheap. He found...
Listen to me. You both work full-time. You have no dependents.
Yeah.
You can afford to be stupid
Well,
with
because
clothes.
yes, you think about what else you could buy.
But you don't.
But
You're
what do we
literally
do?
wearing my necklace and my pajama top right now.
All right, sure. And the worst thing is, it was Alexander McQueen. You would have died. It was a jacket, and it was. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. If you were there, you would have just said, "Just pay, just pay, just pay."
Wait, Adrian didn't get this.
No, it was a perfect fit.
Go
It was-
and get it.
I think
Why?
it was $6,000 for
You
just
can
the jacket.
afford it.
He just directed, and it did very well. He did very well.
No, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
No, that's stupid.
For
money.
one night.
No, that's dumb.
Yeah, okay. But then weirdly, we went into this other store, and it's not dumb.
It's dumb. It's not dumb. Buy it. It's so dumb. It's really irresponsible use of money.
Get this.
Do not. There are some people like inflation, like living expenses. Go buy this amazing. You should get it. Yeah, go.
It
Go.
looked great. It was pretty great.
Yeah,
it was
it's
a bit
amazing. I mean,
like
it's an investment piece.
it was a
if
bit
anything. It'll only go up in
S&M, like it
value.
was like sort of like a black suit with like these
Heaven.
sort of chains in
Yeah,
it.
was there a skull? Was there a skull in it?
No, but it might as well.
I'm
have been.
obsessed.
But then I walked into a
Don't buy it.
store, and I just saw one.
What store?
Paul Smith.
Oh,
And I saw one immediately as I walked in.
this
it was
is the first time I'm seeing this suit.
velvet,
Oh God,
and I tried it on.
like SK from
Love is Blind.
Love Is Blind.
And I really liked it, and it was an instant fit. And I thought, it's a sign, get it. And I just got it.
All right, fine. I'm preparing to see the unsanctioned suit for the first time.
I feel really nervous.
You should. 'Cause
Okay.
I'll fucking tell you the truth. I'm an autistic person
But
and I'm your friend.
Okay, you have to absorb. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Oh. I was not expecting
It's
that.
a bit bold for me. It's like, what do you think?
I hate the shirt. The suit is, I would call this a deep blush. I would call this a blush maroon, like a pastel maroon.
Yeah.
I like it, but that shirt is not it. The shirt either has to be white, or you could go with a beautiful pattern that ties in the blush. And what are those shoes?
Oh, I like the shoes. They're big.
Did you get the pants altered?
Yeah.
Get them taken up?
Yeah.
Wait, are they wingtips? And is the second colour leather maroon?
Yeah.
Good.
No, I got the shoes.
I don't like the shirt. Do you see?
I'm not wearing that shirt, but I am wearing a black
Black?
shirt. Yeah.
What about? Are you wearing a bow tie?
No, I was just going to do it like that. Can Chella see it and pronounce
How
her
much was
judgment?
this? How much was this suit?
It's only $1,500.
It's a lot of money. You're being very privileged right now. That's so cheap.
I know.
I'm not okay. Like, cost of living. Don't flash your money around here, Rebel Wilson. Okay?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Why is it so cheap?
It was, what is it, Black Saturday or whatever?
Oh, Black Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even understand it.
I
But
don't.
it was
It's
a
an American
discount.
thing. I don't get it.
But the weird thing was, okay, it didn't entirely fit me. And I'm.
Oh,
let's
here
just-
we go. Here's the truth.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Do you have to lose some weight? Put some on.
Only a little. It was just a little bit uncomfortable to sit
We
down
don't
in.
agree with buying thin
No,
inspiration suits.
we don't. No, it wasn't that though. It was just that that's all they had. I said, do you have it in a...
Why is this the first time I'm seeing this? Why didn't you alert me from the shop?
You know, the worst thing is because the actors are next week. I've got no time until then. And I
Yeah,
felt
but
like...
why didn't you tell me when you got this? Like, when did you purchase this?
Sunday.
You went shopping on Sunday and you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Fuck
I've
you.
been at your house on
We're about
Saturday
to have
night.
our first fight. No, I don't care. That's good. You look
Nah,
good.
it was just...
It's fine.
What are you going to do with your hair? Blonde.
I don't know. I will do blonde, but it's really hard to get a booking at the moment. And I've got a booking, but it's after
I'll do
this
it for
event.
you. Good content. We'll do it live. Everything is content. Can I bleach your hair? I'll bleach it this weekend.
It's really...
I'll bleach it.
When I've bleached my hair,
We'll
I'm
do it.
prepared to do it, but it is a painful process.
I know. You're talking to a person who bleaches her hair once a year and she's having a Menti B.
But you don't do it yourself.
I do Menti B bleach. No. The last person's hair I bleached was
look,
my boyfriend when I was 18.
I
doing
have
that.
a booking to do it, and I feel like I want to do it with the professionals, but it won't be before this. But I also feel like this outfit works with my colouring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse. I'm going to take it.
No, it's good. I'm still mad, but it's good. All right, as we wrap up our final episode. Oh, whoa. It's not our final episode at all. It's our 200th. What are closing thoughts from you, Michael Lucas? Closing thoughts.
It is truly astonishing to me that it's 200.
I know.
In fact, to the extent that I find myself doing mental calculations.
It says it next to the Spotify
But
episodes.
I also realised that a lot of them were without me. So it's not that I've done 200 episodes. You've done 200 episodes.
Not that many without you. I would say 50.
Yeah.
That's not that many.
It still feels like a new thing to me.
Yeah,
Is that
same.
weird? Yeah.
It's been
Why is that?
3 years.
I know.
Crazy. I know. Does feel fresh still. But you and I never run out of shit
For me,
to talk
it's
about.
absolutely the most effortless work for me.
That means it's good. No,
Yeah.
I put in a lot of work, but it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like work.
Well, you edit it a lot as well.
I edit with Zeke and Ben. Takes 3 of us.
I'm not that fast.
No, I am. Chella, closing statements. Chella.
Oh, I don't.
Don't be a shit bitch. Do you not?
I don't like sentimentality. I don't want to
How? It's almost like you were smothered with too much affection from your overbearing Italian mother and now she shuns. Can you put your fucking phone down, Michael?
Sorry.
He's sitting here scrolling as we wrap up our 200th hashtag on brand. Closing statements.
Thank you for having me on the podcast. Thank you.
So shit. Like, honestly. Boo.
I just want to go home and watch the new episode of White Lotus because everyone's talking about it.
Oh.
I really need to
spoke
watch
about it.
Oh, I really need to
do you
go
love
watch
it?
it.
Where are you up to?
I haven't watched Sunday's episode. I'm up to date apart from this latest
Move
episode.
on. Who is the most attractive man on it? Do you change?
I like the apart from his sad hair, the one who's just recently gotten rich. What's his name?
Oh, this is so boring. I don't
the
care.
Eurasian guy.
Yeah, I like him. I just need him to new hair.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Shh. Boring.
He's great.
Yeah.
And that brings to an end.
Just because you haven't seen it.
This is my podcast, dickhead. If I can't contribute to the conversation, what's the point? All right? If I got to pay for all this shit, I got to be into it. And on that note, I want to thank everybody who has got us to the 200th. I want to thank the entire team. I'll get more sentimental in my solo outro, which will involve singing. Oh, of course there's going to be singing. Oh, my God. But the only songs we can license are my own. So it's basically going to be Rage and Rainbows stripped back.
Oh, can you write a new song?
Can you shut up? Just fucking turn your mic off. You're off. Get out. You're ejected, dickhead. Here's your red card. Boo. Go home and watch stupid White Lotus.
It's so good.
We've deteriorated. It's bad.
We'll debrief later.
Thank you, everybody. That's it from the 3 of us. Coming up next, there'll be some songs. Yeah, sure. Zeke and I'll write a new song tomorrow just for you. It'll be called Marcella's a Stinky Dickhead Bitch.
Catchy.
So catchy. Goodbye. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
I can't. I've been silenced. I've been silenced. Move on.
We're just cutting back in because Michael has sat here for 3 hours and just realised that I provided helium balloons that say 200 behind.
I know.
Honestly.
Not the first time your extravagant efforts have been met with pathetic. It's not even apathy. It's just like confusion and obliviousness. It's the story of your life.
Story of my husband's life.
Story of your marriage.
All right, we're really going.
Catweazle.
We're really stretching. Catweazle! Okay, we've just done the master edit and Zeke tells us we are still 31 minutes short.
What time is it now?
It's 8:04.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
So first we're just going to ring people now in my phone. And the first person we need to obviously call is Michael Lucas because he is oblivious to the toiling that we are doing down to our bloody
Probably doing
knuckles.
his sexy dance to Adrian.
Oh, well. So we're going to call Michael Lucas first. Here we go. No, I don't want to text Michael Lucas. Oh, I can't make my phone work, you two. Why won't I? What's happening? What's happening? Recents.
Palm it over.
No, I can do this, Zeke.
Okay.
It's like a personal mountain.
This is all content, everyone. We're adding this. We're getting up to the 30.
It's ringing. Better answer.
Hello?
Bitch, we are 31 minutes short. We are still editing.
That's so weird. I just clicked on the story that said, we are broken people, we're doing this for you. And then the phone lit up. That was you saying, how many minutes short?
31 minutes. Zeke is sitting there literally holding a hammer. I don't know why.
This was just
Hang on, wait. I've got to put my earpiece in. I can't hear. 1 sec.
Oh, don't worry. It's not like we're recording it.
We haven't told him that yet.
Don't need to.
Nah.
I'm not telling.
Always
Sorry.
live, always content.
Zeke is doing what?
Zeke's sitting here holding a hammer. He's on his third cocktail.
Can't you just crack a joke about, look, we almost got there.
No,
we promised.
We need more content. I'm leaving in all the stuff about your sex dance for Adrian and stuff. Like, that's all staying in. You don't get any edits. I'm sorry. So
About what, sorry?
All the sex stuff with Adrian, that's staying in.
I think I self-edited in the moment. So I don't think I said anything that's going to destroy my marriage.
Are you going to tell him that all of this is going in as well?
Oh, this is all being recorded too, by the way. This is going in.
We're just calling people now.
I'm now just phoning people randomly on my phone and having conversations to fill the 31 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Who else are you calling?
I think next I'll probably...
Rob Mills?
Yeah. Yep. See?
Yes, yeah. There's a formula.
Rob announced that he is starring in the new Anne Juliet musical, so let's call him.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. Yep. So we're going to call him. Exciting. We'll call... Who else can we call? Maybe Claire Bowditch, Jamila Rizvi.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just call my call if there's an emergency Menti B list.
And we may come back to you for extra.
If I need
extra
All
support.
right. Well, I haven't really provided much. I spent this entire time trying to untangle my phone. I really haven't delivered the goods.
Yeah, but that's kind of on brand. You've turned up and delivered what you normally do, so that's great.
Oh, brutal.
I am just broken. Zeke and Ben
yeah.
It's okay.
It's probably not helpful at this point for me to say, I think you did bring it on yourself. But,
Jesus Christ.
When you said we're going for 200 minutes, I sort of thought that was just you being, you being you, exaggerating, grandeur, whatever. I didn't think you literally meant. I know, I should have known. How many times can I learn this lesson?
How funny would it be that we go to upload it and Spotify won't allow podcasts that long? Have we even bothered to
do you know that? That'd be crushing.
Why would you manifest more negative destiny?
To be fair, it would be hilarious, but also crushing.
So hilarious. Oh, God. Yay. All right. Well,
you could just put them in separate episodes. It'd be fine. Just put divisions in there.
Oh, thanks, tech department.
Have an interval, like a Barbara Streisand concert.
What did we do without Michael's tech help? All right, that is nearly 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to hang up. Stand by your phone.
Thanks for your help.
Might have to come back. Okay, goodbye.
come back?
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, next
This is
up.
my favourite part.
Oh, my Chella just texted me, is there dinner? Right, she's getting a phone call. She's getting a phone call. What a dickhead. Is there dinner? Here we go.
I'll show you what dinner is.
Just calling my Chella now.
Hello.
What do you mean, is there dinner? Like, honestly, you are 21 years old.
What?
Look, I'll be honest with you. We are 25 minutes short of the 200-minute mark, and I'm calling you.
Yep.
We're recording.
Darling,
Yeah.
I'm to be near the office.
What, are you coming to the office?
You need me to record something?
Yeah, sure. Great. Where are you?
Clifton Hill Station.
Yeah, come here. We'll do a little sing-song together. Okay, I'll see you soon. I'm hanging up. I'm going to call Rob.
I'm excited.
Okay, see you soon. Bye. All right, let's call
Her
Rob.
connection was awful. We might have to edit that out.
No.
No, we're not.
No, that'll be good. All right, we're calling Rob. Okay.
Does he eat late?
You have reached the message bank of 040.
Press the shade button.
That. Okay, I'm going to call Going through my phone. I don't have any friends. It just goes Michael Lucas, Marcella, Scott, Ben, Michael Lucas, Marcella, Jamila. Okay, I've got to the end of my friend list. Michael, Chella, Rob, my 2 other friends are sitting in the room with me.
Do you want us to run out and answer our
small.
phones?
Keep your circle small.
Oh,
That's
my
great.
circle is barely a circle. Okay, let's just go through my phone. Tina Arena.
I dare you. Go on. I'm not saying anything.
I don't think I wanted to answer. Please don't answer. Please don't answer.
Hi, leave me a message after the tone and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye.
Hi, babes. It's just me checking in. No emergency. No one's dead. It's okay. Just calling to say hi. Love you. Bye.
God, that was amazing.
Okay, let's keep going through. Who else have I got?
Tina, I'm so sorry for butchering your songs at every covers gig I do. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's all right. I'm going to keep going through my phone. Who else have I got in here? All right, I'm calling Vincey. Okay, put your headphones on. Marcella's here, everybody.
Hello.
Just calling Dad. Let's get some theories. Let's get some theories from Vincey on stuff. That's a big pimple on your neck, bro. Neck.
Oh, I can't squeeze it though.
Yes.
Am I on speaker?
Yeah.
Boomers. Fucking boomers.
Do you want me to take you off speaker?
No, it's fine.
I'll take it off speaker.
Okay. All right.
I'm off speaker.
Okay, thanks, Dad.
That sounds better.
All right, so we're doing our 200th episode and we have to record 200 minutes and we're 20 minutes short. Zeke has been here editing with Ben and I for nearly 9 hours now.
Oh, my God.
So we're just, we're calling you for some content. So what did you watch on YouTube today?
What did I watch on YouTube today?
Yeah. What did you watch? Dad loves YouTube. It's where he gets all
The
his
Ferrari
news.
debacle.
Oh. Let's talk about it.
Bonotto.
What's going on?
Bonotto's resigning.
Why? Tell me. Tell everyone about the Ferrari debacle. Tell us.
He hasn't been able to manage the pit crews this year, and the changeovers of the drivers in the pits has been an absolute shambles.
Right.
So he's decided to fall on his sword.
Oh. Really? Oh, my goodness. So what happens now?
Well, they've got no leader left to appoint a new manager.
So are you saying Matteo is gone?
Matteo Bonotto is gone.
We love Matteo. We got a photo with him at the Grand Prix.
That's right. He's bye-bye.
Whoa.
Big.
It's massive. What have the drivers said?
I haven't read any comments yet. This happened early this morning.
Right. Now, who are the principals for Ferrari right now as we speak? Charles? 2 drivers.
Charles and Sainz.
Still Sainz.
Charles Sainz.
Whoa. Okay, now what are your thoughts on Danny Rick? Like, how are we feeling about him going back to Red Bull, driving in the Rezzies? What do you think?
I think, yes, it's the only thing he could have done, going back home to where he started, and also they're using a little bit to keep Perez in line because he's a Mexican hothead.
Okay, Dad can say that because Dad is an ethnic hothead.
I understand where Perez is coming from. He's very he will put his money where his mouth is. Ricardo, he just left, but
yeah, right.
Perez will take Verstappen out if he gets in his road.
Yes. Now, how do you think Verstappen feels about Danny Rick being back at Red Bull?
I think he's okay with him.
Yeah, right. Okay. Did you see all this shit with Verstappen's mum going after old mate saying he cheated on his wife? Did you see all that?
No.
Stuff? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Verstappen's mum has been getting down and dirty with other drivers. I mean, not literally, but yeah, she's been calling them out for cheating on wives. Okay.
Right.
Now, someone's come back, I read. They're 1,000 years old. Which driver's returned? The blonde one. Who's announced they're coming back to drive? I can see his face. Oh, shit.
The blonde one, Hulkenberg.
Mick is back.
Yeah, he's back with Huff.
What do you think?
Excellent. He's a brilliant driver.
Not too old?
No, he's like a Kiki.
What do you mean?
I don't think his name.
Who?
Rosberg.
Oh, Mika.
No. The guy who retired last year. He was 40.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Not Valtteri.
No.
Not Bottas.
Not Raikkonen.
Oh, it was Mika. I said that, mate.
What's his first name? Mika Hakkinen. Mika Hakkinen. You're thinking of.
Oh, you're right.
He was the champion. No, Raikkonen. Kimi Raikkonen.
Ricky?
Kimi Raikkonen. Yeah, no, he's another Kimi. He's a Kimi Raikkonen with that attitude.
Got it. And have you been happy with how George has been driving at Mercedes?
Oh, George can do no wrong. I'm sorry.
Do no wrong. What a Kendo.
No.
Oh my God. And do you think do you think that Lewis is feeling the squeeze? Like, do you think Lewis is over this shit?
No, I think Lewis is genuinely happy for George out driving him.
Really?
Oh yeah. Wow. I mean, he's had his 10 years in the sun. My God. How could you deny a young guy like George his time that he has to earn?
I'm loving this so much. You're right. Okay, so who's your tip for Drivers' Championship next year if you had to put your money where your mouth is?
It's either there's three again, Verstappen or Leclerc, or if they get their act together, or George. If Mercedes get their act together.
All right. Well, Vincey, this was an excellent time waster, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Okay, chat soon.
Bye.
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 That was great. I love that so much. I could have gone special interest on that for so long.
I know.
You were so bored.
Confused. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. I love that Zeke ran out and got his headphones on.
F1, plug in.
Well, Zeke's been editing an F1 podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I was surprised he didn't grab a microphone.
Well, I think now all we need is a song and we're there.
Yeah, come on. It just surely a song will fill
I'm feeling like we're going to get there, guys. All right, coming up next. Zeke, can I stop it so we can set up for the song?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Coming up next. Where are we even going to put all this? We haven't done the original. We've got to do the official wrap up. Okay, coming up next, I'm going to sing you a song with my Chella.
Chella.
And we're going to say our official goodbyes and we will be hitting 200 minutes. Okay, see you soon. Hey, gang, we thought it might be fun. How dare you suggest we still have time to fill? If I explained my hot buttons. So in the studio, we have the Rode Desk podcast technological recordery thing. What's that called, Zeke? Console. Zeke's laughing. Oh, I'm such a tech.
I'm not allowed to do that.
Rodecaster
It's the Rode
Pro.
Procaster.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons. And often you'll hear them fire off.
coloured.
They are. They'll fire off during the show. And I want to give them all context. So the first button is...
What the fuck is hell?
A lot of you know my son Elio was just taking swear words for a run and ripped this one out and fell over. He said it so hard. Yeah, this is a proud moment.
God, he's heaven.
Second button.
Hi, gay.
Well, our favourite drag queens. Kasha and Trixie, because they were taking off another comedian who was commenting on how pride gets co-opted by corporations.
Yeah.
So that was...
As soon as it comes around, everyone's like, hi, gay.
Yeah, we'll put that in now. This is the original.
Hi, gay. Happy Pride Month. We are sashaying away with deals. This month at the Butter Shop, we're running a special deal. If you can prove that you're queer, you get 3 pints off your choice of creamed, chucked, or drowned butter. And if you do mouth stuff, you get 4. We love gay.
This is Trixie and Kasha.
Hi, gay.
There you go. Third button, easy. But I like to do really quick applauses. Fourth button.
Move on.
My daughter. Anytime I feel I'm bored or someone needs to...
Move on.
I press it. Now, this is my favourite button. Now, this is controversial.
Yeah.
Michael Lucas has perfect goat scream pitch, and anytime the Taylor Swift song Trouble plays, he does this. But Ben, you have since told me.
Well, I think what we've done is stuffed up and actually put the original goat in there instead of the actual Michael goat.
Don't tell him that.
No.
Because I played...
Well, and
Rob
Millsy
Mills.
also said yeah.
And Rob Mills based his assumption of Michael having perfect pitch.
Do you want to do a comparison for the people?
Okay, insert Michael's... You're just making more work for yourself, bro.
We need to pad.
We need to hit 12 hours of editing time to really earn it.
All right, insert Michael Lucas goat scream. Now, I will save you 10 seconds and insert the actual goat scream. Here we go.
We still don't know if they're different or the same.
And now we'll play them together.
I will not make a comment because we're going to have to insert it in post. Okay, next button. Oh.
Heaven.
Now, this is from RuPaul's Drag Race. A lot of people don't know that. We call it rattlesnakes. It's the shade button. Anytime a queen in the workroom says something really shady, all tea, this sound effect gets played. So I demanded it. Self-explanatory. And this is the Segway harp.
And next year we're going to have more buttons.
I'm getting a whole button desk. And the whole show is just going to be me figuring out which one to press. So there you go. They're M's hot buttons. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, we're back. Final seg. Chella's joining me. Zeke's here. And we're going to finish the show on Flap Up because we all need to because we've been going for nearly 12 hours now. Or we're 40 minutes off 12 hours edit. Zeke, how you feeling, buddy? Yep.
Kill Bill sirens.
Chella, are you ready to be the wind beneath my flaps?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Wow, sound effects. Now, you have quite a bit of voice projection, so I'm going to need you to sit a little bit back off the mic.
Yeah, I don't need to sing at all.
You are required to do the Livia echo bits, okay? And sing some... No, I'll just point at you.
No, I don't want you to point at me.
Please sing.
No, because then that makes me panicky and then it comes out like a strangled cat.
No, just sing normal.
Yeah, okay. Don't point at me.
Please don't make me sing this on my own. Here we go. We can do this, gang. We are on the home stretch. Here we go. This is Flap Up, written by M. Rossiano, Ezekiel Fenn, and Michael Best. Come on, Chella. Yeah, that's it.
You guys are on 1 and 3.
Okay, take 2.
I was just following her lead.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Okay, here we go. Why do we equate balls with being tough? And you're a pussy if you're not strong enough. A gentle flick on his knees, you'll find a man. But a vagina can birth a human. Take that strength, put it in you when you're feeling weak. Or shout it at a stranger, scared on the street. Flap up, come on. Imagine lips of steel. Lips of steel. Flap up. It's a new way to feel. New way to feel. Flap up. It's beyond human biology. It's an attitude, a new philosophy. Girl, boy, woman or man can harness the power of the mighty Vag. When you're down, feeling low, well, might swallow you whole. Just look within and grab your metaphorical minge. You'll flap up. Come on. Imagine lips of steel. Lips of steel. Flap up. It's a new way to feel. New way to feel. Did you know it's the only organ in the body with a spot just for pleasure? here we go. Flap up, flap up, flap up. Come on, Chella. Flap up, flap up, flap up. Flap up, flap up, flap up. Flap up, flap up, flap up. Hey, you!
Who, me?
Yeah, you! It's time to flap up. Don't need a vagina. It's a new way to feel.
New way to feel. That was actually worse. She said timing.
You were not paying attention. All right, we got the song out. Are we at how many more minutes now, Zeke?
How many was that? 4?
4
Oh, God, that wasn't even worth it. It took, like, more time to actually friggin' set that up.
Okay, coming up next, I am going to do a reading from the 1950s Good Housewife Guide.
Oh, I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
Do you want to keep recording, Zeke?
Yeah, keep recording.
Okay, here we go.
Great.
Let's go. I won't edit this out.
No, okay. Are you ready, Marcella? Would you like to learn how to get a husband?
I'll be the husband.
Okay, here we go. 9 tips for taking care of your husband from a 1950s home economics book. Tip number 1, have dinner ready. Plan ahead, even the night before, to have a delicious meal on time. This is a way of letting him know that you have been thinking about him and are concerned about his needs. Most men are hungry when they come home, and the prospect of a good meal is part of the warm welcome he needs.
I didn't get a good meal tonight, so
You're not my husband.
I think that is important. I essentially am.
Number 2, prepare yourself. What?
What? Okay.
What kind of prep are we talking? A
Koala
shave down?
ears?
A shave down, a lube up? A freshen? A femme fresh? Some talc? To mask the impending decay of female. Take 15 minutes to rest so you'll be refreshed when he arrives. 15 minutes? What? It takes me 3 hours and a vaporizer to fall asleep. What am I going to get done in 15 minutes? Take 15 minutes to rest so you'll be refreshed when he arrives. Touch up your makeup. Put a ribbon in your hair.
Oh, yeah?
And be fresh looking. He's just been with a lot of work-weary people.
Oh, I thought I was going to say he's just been with a lot of women in the office. So there's no women in the office. It's the 50s.
Be a little gay and a little more interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got that covered.
Yeah. His boring day may need a lift. Number 3, clear away the clutter. Make one last trip to the main part of the house just before your husband arrives, gathering up school books, toys, papers. Then run a dust cloth over the tables. Your husband will feel he has been received and reached a haven of rest and order, and it will give you a lift too.
Thank God.
4, prepare the children. Take a few minutes to wash the children's hands and faces, comb their hair, and if necessary, change their clothes. These are little treasures and he would like to see them playing the part. Number 5, minimise all noise. At the time of his arrival, eliminate all noise. Turn off the washer, the dryer, the dishwasher, and the vacuum. What is she doing it all at once? What the fuck was going on in the 50s? Try to encourage the children to be quiet. Be happy to see him. Greet him with a smile and be glad to see him. Number 6, don't greet him with problems or complaints. Don't complain if he's late for dinner. Count this as a minor compared with all that he might have gone through that day. Oh, my God, so many times I would have a list ready when your dad walked through the door Oh, my goodness. Number 7, make him comfortable. Have him lean back in a comfortable chair or suggest a lie down in the bedroom while you prepare the meal. Have a cool or warm drink ready for him. Arrange his pillow and offer to take off his shoes. Speak in a low, soft, soothing and pleasant voice at all times.
Incorrect. The meal should be ready. Start again. Redo. The meal should be ready. Me, the husband, saying the meal should be ready the moment I walk through the door, and I want a fan blowing the smell of the meal so that I smell it as soon as I step through the door.
I just can't believe you're single. It's just mind-blowing to me that you are a single person. Number 8, listen to him. You may have a lot of things to tell him, but they don't matter.
No.
The moment he arrives home, it's not your time.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Let him talk first.
Yes.
Mate, I tell you what, they're onto something here. Make the evening his. Never complain if he does not take you out to dinner or to other places out of the house.
Do you know, I wouldn't mind all of this if I was the man.
Try to understand his world of strain and pressure. He needs to come home and relax.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to make your home a place of peace and order where your husband can renew himself in body and spirit. I agree with all of this shit.
Yeah, if it was for
it's
me.
for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm the man, I agree with all of that.
When I get home,
don't talk to me.
I've just realised
Feed me.
I'm a 1950s husband.
Yeah, 100%.
Truly. Because I get home, I get pissed off when there isn't dinner.
Yeah.
I crack the shits if dad's like hocking around, grossing, doing the sound. Hate it. He doesn't do anything to prepare himself. Nothing. He's picking his ear hair. Clear away the clutter. Constantly telling you all, pick up your shit.
Yeah.
Prepare the children. Fucking oath.
I want all this.
No one wants to do Elio's bedtime routine and put the little wriggly worm in a pair of pajamas. I would get home with that to be done.
Okay. Why don't you just like change the title of this heading and just write Scotty's to-do list.
to do. Minimise noise. Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Don't give me your problems or complaints. Oh, my God, as if I care where your stupid gear for your bike is that you texted me 3 times about yesterday.
Oh my God. He's asking us where a friggin' chain link was.
Mate, he called.
As if I care.
I ignored him 3 times and then he phoned me.
As if I would care to pick it up and move it.
As if I even know what you're talking about. Oh, my God. Make him comfortable. Yeah, I want to lean back in a comfortable chair, bench. Listen to me. Exactly, it's my time, Scott. I am alone at a crossroads.
I was starting what?
Night at home in my own home. We're so much No, we're cheating. That is not the key.
Says I'm mad.
That's really annoying. You're really nasal right now. I want you to sing properly.
No.
What's the key? You're cheating.
Of course I'm not going to sing the key.
Listen. That one. The sound here in my heart.
A melody that starts.
Hey, let's do. Let's do.
Oh,
for good.
No.
Okay, let's do for good. We're at 11 minutes. We can do this. Okay. Who's Glinda? You're Glinda. Wait. For good. If anyone is still listening, this is a miracle.
I've heard it said.
No, sing it properly.
I'm not singing. I don't want to sing. I hate singing.
Limited. Come on. Do it. I've heard it. Sing
because we don't want to put out more shit singing.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, did you not just hear flapper?
Okay, here we go. Let's just do the loud bit.
Oh, the loud bit that nobody can sing. Let's get 2 altos to sing fucking Kristen Chenoweth.
Excuse me.
Fuck.
You proud yourself. Do not swear on this podcast. No, you pride yourself.
Taking the swear word back.
You pride yourself on the final note of
100%.
For good. No.
No.
Oh my God, what song is it?
It's too.
So if you care to
define gravity, but also
yeah, what?
I'm here, and also
and I'm okay. Let's do it. I'm
here.
You got it.
Thanks.
Okay,
that's actually not a hard one.
So if you can find me, can you get
look to the western sky, as someone told me lately. Everyone deserves a chance to fly, And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground, no, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. Wait, I'm flying high, I'm defying gravity, and then the and nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Bring me down. We started way lower.
That's not the note. That's not the
I
note.
was like, this is feeling really easy.
No, that's not the note. I'm getting it.
It's way higher.
What is the note?
I was like, this is far too easy.
She goes way higher.
We did that whole thing and didn't realise.
What's the chord again? Defying. What's that final note? Wait.
Have we hit 200?
Not yet.
Have we hit 200?
Soon. Hang on, I'm going to get there. Wait.
Flying off the handle. I hope you're happy.
Me!
Oh.
No, we went that far off.
Bring me down. Hey, that was stunning. That was really the sweet spot.
Stunning.
That was delicious.
That was amazing.
That's the best I've ever done it.
None of that.
Yes, all of that.
What do you mean?
We're so close. We're so close. This is 15 minutes.
When you're
What do we need?
I have no idea.
Okay, Zeke's going to go out.
want
Zeke,
to
add
know.
15 minutes. I feel like you said something like 20-something, though. All right. Okay, so if you could be cast in any musical, what would you want to do? I just want to really be able to sing.
I really love.
3 minutes.
We
need 3 minutes.
I
We
really
need 3
love
minutes.
Hades Town.
Yeah.
How to get to Hades.
But
Oh, sorry.
not
You want
appropriate
something
for you to be
that
cast in.
people... No, there's white people in it. I'd just be an ensemble. Okay.
You know what song I always want to sing, but it's like inappropriate. Not inappropriate, but like, I learned to slam on the brakes. That one, because I'm not the boy. I'm not a boy.
But they could totally gender bend Dear
Before
Evan
I-
Hansen.
I'm still 43, and he's a high school
Wait,
student.
what's the other ones I've
I'm
been
not
listening to?
Sucker Channing. Learn to slam. That's such a good song. Waving through a window.
Anybody see?
I want to play the mother in that.
Back.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, let's wrap this up. Gang, thank you so much for getting
Haven't
through.
you already done a wrap up?
We've done several.
The wrap up for the wrap up.
Is there anything else, Zeke? What else do I need to put in?
Plug the live show.
Oh, shit. If you want to hear Chella and I do more of that. You and Odie are singing. Did you know that?
No, not.
Yeah, you're going to sing You Ought to Know.
What? You should put...
You're
what?
singing You Ought to Know. Yeah, because you stole my signature karaoke song.
And I did it so much better.
Actually, no.
Didn't I?
But we're going to do it together. Odie's asked to sing too. She wants to sing, oh, my dreams, my silver and the seams.
What's that?
Cranberries Dreams.
That's not a fun song.
Come to the live show. There's a full
Okay,
band.
I'll be there.
Yeah, you're going to sing. You're opening Act 2 with You Ought to Know.
Oh, can you play my music video behind me?
We don't have a screen this year.
Oh, what's the budget on this thing?
Not much. The budget's just been blown on the 6-piece band.
The budget's been blown on... No, kidding.
Excuse me. Okay, gang, get your tickets to the live show. If they're not already all sold out, they're nearly sold out. I just checked. Thank you for getting to... I just feel like, Ben, well done. Chella, you came for the ride. Michael, you're a piss weasel. Because you were not here.
Michael, you're fired.
What? Excuse me, Ben's trying to say something nice. Get out of the way. Get off the microphone.
There needs to be props to Em because
no one has thanked me yet. Thank
we
you.
have helped you through a Herculean effort.
Thank you.
I've been sitting out there listening to you go, we start singing this song and then we have to stop and start again. I'm thinking we should just put all this in, but there's no fucking way we're putting any of that in.
I'll listen
you
back.
Will not
Depends.
let us.
It depends.
Oh my God, you're not listening back.
You can't listen back
It's just
or you
going
never
in.
make it.
All right. Well, thank you, Benjamin.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you,
I love
Ezekiel.
You so much.
I love you too.
This has been the funnest fucking day. Well, I can't wait till we get to 300 and we have to do a 300 minute.
Can I just say, in 23 minutes, we're going to hit 12 hours. Zeke?
You can just say that.
Final thoughts?
I think we've done a thing today. Everybody that is here has been part of it.
What was it that destroyed the Emsolation podcast?
Marcella is now holding the hammer.
Come back.
She'll get that if she ever listens through the whole pod.
All right.
I'm very proud of us. That's all.
I think we did it. I think we're there.
I think we did it.
You're going to put all that in?
Yeah, we have to.
Oh.
Marcella, please, we're scrambling.
I mean, that was so good. Wow. Have we? Yes! Woo! Oh, that was really, I'm sorry, guys.
Bye, guys.
Loop the clapping.
Wait, what? What am I pressing?
Emsolation with Em Rossiano is a Spotify exclusive podcast recorded at Down the Hill Studios, hosted by Em Rossiano with Michael Lucas and sometimes her eldest daughter Marcella. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley, produced by Em Rossiano, edited by Ezekiel Fenn, with videos by James Henderson, socials by Marcella Rossiano Barrow, with assistance from Jem Evans, plus cameos from Em's dad Vincey. Get the full Emsolation experience by following us on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast. You can also sign up for our weekly newsletter. Join other Emsolators at the Emsolation group on Facebook. The answer is Harry Styles. If you really want to help us out, you could become a patron of Emsolation. Share this podcast with a friend. Give us a 5-star rating and make sure you're following us on the Spotify app by actually hitting the follow button. As always, thanks for listening, and we're excited to chat with you again soon.